choo-choos, baby.
That's the farthest I'm going. Midget. That's it. I want one. Why do you prefer a man that gets no bitches? You think that's what it is?
Because if a dude can't get bitches, bro, you gotta be retarded, deaf, dumb, ugly, fat. There's something wrong with you, bro. Like
This gets in a car accident. Coma for 2 months.
2 months, that's it.
Brain is scrambled. Wakes up, he's this. She's like, hey, honey, I'm glad you're woke. Glad your eyes are open. Let me put this pen in your hand so you can sign this divorce paper. You.
put this pen in his hand.
You. We're back. A little late.
Happy Monday.
A little late.
There we go.
There
A little
we go.
late.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, damn, Larry.
Sorry, bro.
There we go.
Thank you.
Noah, what's up, bro?
You know,
What's up? It's good to be back. Good to be back.
That's what's up. We're gonna
do you want to tell them that GT10's not showing up?
GT10 is not gonna show up, but
And I was kind of brokenhearted about that too, because I was going to talk to him about how I'm not watching, like I've watched so much porn
okay.
that I've literally reversed back to watching chicks like just in normal dress.
So you did a
So he's in public, is what he's saying.
so you did a 360.
Not
You came back.
So
you did-
porn does nothing for you. You need
so
bitches
you-
with clothes on.
Well, either that or chicks that are naked and then they put their clothes on.
Larry's like, okay, you guys, I'm watching men now. Like,
No,
these women ain't doing it for me.
I've seen
no
too
more.
much
No.
monkey.
not happening.
Yeah, so GT couldn't make it, but that's all right. We got Noah here, and we're gonna have Guy Harris. He'll call in later. But y'all, we still gonna have
We have the Pinta calls,
Pinta-
Mr. Blacc.
Pinta Chronicles.
He called me earlier. We're
Oh, you know
ready.
he's ready.
Oh, he's ready. Black's like, making sure we on.
I don't know if you've seen this, Noah. So we have our homeboy. He's locked up in Vegas, and he calls us every week.
And gives us the lowdown live.
Oh, is that the dude from the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He calls us every Monday.
Pinta calls with Mr. Blacc.
That's right. One of the best. Because he's in there. Check this out, Noah.
Yeah.
He's in there with a mob guy, maid guy.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
been in there since like the early, middle 70s.
70s.
Oh,
and
so he's like legit.
When
legit.
Elvis died.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
He said he was at the Tropicana with Elvis, bro. Like,
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
Was that last week's talk?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
He said he got like what 90-something years.
Yeah, he got 90 years.
90-something.
What? Was it Rico or like?
Well, I don't know.
See,
I
we,
want Mr.
we said
Back
Rico.
then.
We want
Yeah.
him to get. We want him to get on the. Well, we don't want to interrupt Mr. Black's time, but
Yeah.
we're trying to get information from Mr. Black from him.
Put
kind of
him
thing.
on.
He ain't gonna talk though.
That'd
Oh
be
wait, so he was the
sick.
one on the last pod where like you were calling him and then his his phone immediately cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he said,
You
"Fuck
have
these
1
cops."
minute.
He said, "Fuck the police." Your call has been disconnected.
Your calling privileges are now suspended.
Yeah.
Hey, Sixx, before we go any further, let everybody know about Mr. Goodbud right here, man.
Man, we got Mr. Goodbud out of Haas, man, one of our sponsors, one of a lot of things we do stuff with, man. You know, you saw this little box up here, bro?
Yeah.
Had the little goodie box in there. Larry done smoked and ate all the gummies. Larry
I
really
ain't touched none
enjoyed
of those
it.
gummies.
So shout out to my dudes down in Hobbs,
Oh, yeah.
Odessa, over there, man. So Mr. Goodbuds, if you're in the Hobbs area, make sure you go check them out, bro. They got some fire-ass shit.
Alejandro Rojas says, "Bring the Democrat." All right.
Oh,
This is the madness that I'm loving, bro.
That's
This
what
is,
that's why I was on my phone while you guys were loading everything. 'Cause I got homies like waiting to watch this.
I'm loving this.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
because-
one of the reasons why I like fueling it so much. I mean, in the end,
Yeah.
to be completely honest, in the end, if either one wins, it's just 4 fucking years, dude. We can start over again in 4 years.
You don't
not-
agree with that.
I'm
And not only that,
I'm not convinced.
Not only that, if Harris wins, it is almost guaranteed we're going to win. The Republicans will win the House and
No,
the
you
Senate.
said it. We. Say
Not
it.
me. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm a
He said
libertarian.
we. Did you hear him say we?
Yeah, we.
He
He
said
said
I
we.
don't know why
You-
it came out.
You
like
wasn't
that.
speaking French,
No, I
motherfucker.
we, the House, are going to take it over. Fuck y'all bitches.
Well, what was that thing that
just-
Shane Gillis said in one of his specials? Like, what? A couple of the boys can't go to the Capitol anymore.
I love it. I love the. I will talk a little bit more about it later because we're about 5-6 minutes before Mr. Blacc calls. But
Yeah.
I just love the. I call it the crashing out, bro. People are crashing out. There's people that I work with at the radio. I ain't gonna say no names. Came in this because I'm on the morning show on Mondays now too. I'm gonna take a mental day.
Dude, they're
Wednesday
doing that
morning.
in Seattle. They're fucking in
I
Seattle.
said-
They're
Seattle
They
is a
gotta
mental
take a
day.
day.
They're offering. I used to live there,
Actually-
dude, for 16
actually,
years.
it's-
They offer treatment now.
It's actually, it's more than just them, though. I think they were the first ones because, like you said, they're the depressed capital of the fucking world.
that's
And then I'm like, are y'all fucking crazy? Like,
Yeah, what the fuck?
this is not.
It's 4 years, dude.
It's not even just that. It's like we've been through this shit before.
Many times. We went
We've
through it
been
with
through
Bush and
It's not like
Gore.
it's some
Gore.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like,
Come on. Who gives a fuck?
Obama, we went through all this shit before. And it's like, I just love to see people just make it. And it's not even just people make it a big deal. People who I know don't really give a fuck, but they're acting like they are.
And they probably didn't even
And
vote.
didn't- well, I know people who go get the sticker and then just take the picture on social media.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's trash right
I
there.
already voted, so I don't give a fuck. I'm done. I'm
That's
done
right.
with it.
Noah came equipped. My boy got
He
notes
better be
and
fucking. Don't fuck around with.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, don't.
Guy Harris.
Guy Harris
is
is a fucking.
Bro, you better come with you better have your AI right
He's gonna have his bow tie on. He's
you
gonna
should have brought
have.
your AI with you. 'cause
Well, I won't
Guy
be able
Harris-
to see the bow tie. He's not here.
Well,
No, it don't matter.
It
You
don't matter.
it's
You'll
the
hear
words.
it. You'll hear the bow tie.
Look, you're going. You need to download Chat GPT right now, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Because
I think Guy is chat.
I was gonna say,
He's the guy back there doing that shit for you.
That motherfucker is plugged
the
into
guy.
the
He
matrix,
pulls
bro.
shit out of his I can't even.
It's
believe
great
it,
though.
man.
It's fucking great.
Like son of a bitch.
Alejandro. So I guess Alejandro Rojas, you're a Trump supporter. Let us know.
course.
It's funny. It's funny. He's
Hispanic.
he's my homie from a long time back, and he's an immigrant, and he loves. I would say he loves
Because
Trump.
he came
but
from a communist country.
He came from
probably.
Mexico.
A communist. The last name Larry Ross.
Larry, where did you think
I
you
don't know.
came from?
Guatemala? I don't know. How the fuck do I know?
No. You know, no, not for nothing, but suddenly unknown.
I'm like, when did
Stalin's middle
Mexico
name
be-
was Rojas.
When did
Yeah.
when did Mexico become communist? Damn, I was just there.
When the Venezuelans were traveling through to get to
That's
Aurora.
right.
The Red Army.
That's right.
No, man, it's people like Alejandro that makes this shit so entertaining for me. I love it. I just love to see it, bro. It's just the twitch in the eyes, the craziness, bro. The way that people are. We had someone on. Oh man,
That's what
yeah.
I do.
Oh yeah. What part of the military is he in?
Oh, he's not. He's making a reference. We went to military school together.
Okay.
That's what he's being an idiot.
He
Yeah.
said you need him to win. Golly,
That's right.
This is the crash out is already starting, bro.
He's like, I need him.
Well, you want Kamala to win bad.
No, I want Kamala to win.
Oh,
I don't know
whatever.
who
Oh, no.
Kamala is.
Kamala.
No,
You're
look, you
better
see
than
this?
that.
You
You
see
are better
this?
than
that.
No, y'all not gonna do this. I have a sister whose name is Shaniqua, and she went through the same bullshit. People was
Why, what would they
saying
say?
her name all
Well,
fucked
I'm
up.
sorry you fucking made a hard name, dude.
No.
What do you want me to do?
No, what's so funny? Larry will say that's a hard name, but he could say shit like Tchaikovsky or fucking.
I can't
or
spell it.
It don't matter. You can say it, motherfucker.
That's funny.
No, I just love it. Just people are like really wound up. And
It's America's soap opera, dude.
Oh, bro,
Dude, it's the biggest
super
popularity
wound up.
contest in the world right now.
It's beyond. It's the definition of cult of personality on both sides.
Yeah, big time.
yeah.
But unfortunately, the other side doesn't really have a personality. It's an apparatus. So it is what it is.
What people don't realize is at the end of the day, bro. At the end of the fucking day, we're all the same.
Yeah.
We're all the same. This cripping and blood and shit is so funny to me, bro. It's like look at right here. Look at Kamala is the wrestler. Look at this. And the thing that I like is the jokes that you hear.
Camel toe?
They're never like good. No good.
I heard
No,
somebody call Kamala camel toe. I was like, what?
Yeah, it ain't clever.
That's not.
You got to do better than that.
Yeah. But okay, this is what we do about it before Blacc gets here. Sixx wasn't here. I don't know if you saw, oh boy, Kill Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh, yeah.
We got to
Oh,
bring that up
yeah,
again.
yeah,
We got to bring
We
that
could
up
also bring up how I'm
Because-
now on the
because-
roster of worst comedian in New Mexico. But yeah, it is.
No,
what it
that's
is.
later.
No. You're going to be.
Stop.
Wait a minute.
We got something.
You got something for you. We got something
We
for
got
you.
something for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, we got your back,
You're
bro.
here.
We
You're
got
on
your
the,
back.
You're on the. You get your clap back. Don't
Don't worry
worry.
about it, buddy. We
But-
got you.
but-
Oh, I'm sure.
But my thing is this. Noah, you text me and you go, which I did not agree with.
Yeah.
You said this is what's going to keep Trump from winning.
Well, yeah, I spoke.
Wait, let him talk. I want to hear.
Yeah,
it.
so I spoke too soon, but like, because I underestimated the stupidity of the Democrats, so I spoke too soon. But I no, because when I saw that, I was just like, don't blame the comedian. You hired the clown to make his jokes. That's his whole shtick, right?
Yeah.
And because I forget. Well, a couple people commented on this, obviously, but like, if you're gonna hire a comic to go up on a rally, why aren't you, especially for the Republicans, like, why aren't you hiring somebody like fucking Jerry Seinfeld or something?
No.
Did you know he ran?
Or like-
did you know he ran those jokes by?
Well, no. Here's
Joe
my whole
Rogan?
thing. That's such a stupid fucking argument that people have, where it's like, and Trump himself made this argument where he lied through his teeth to Sean Hannity.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, where
That
where
was bad. There you go.
yeah, I know, I saw that. Yeah. It's also on the other betting site. I forget what it's called, but
There's only one. There's no other one.
Well, there's another one that tracks the betting markets.
Okay.
It's a different site. But anyway, my point is Polymarket. That's what it is, Polymarket.
Oh yeah.
So-
That does everything. Look how big of a dip it was when Tony Hinchcliffe.
So
Let me put this up.
my whole thing though is people saying that his jokes weren't vetted by Trump's camp. The motherfucker had a teleprompter in front of him. Of course it was vetted. What are
Yeah.
you talking? And then
That's what I tried to tell Larry.
Just real quickly, when Trump sat in front of Sean Hannity and he tried saying like, "Oh, I didn't know who he was. We don't know him. I don't know him. He's not affiliated with the rally or with the campaign." Da da da. It's like, okay, dude, you can't lie yourself out of this one, because then if I'm the layman, right? If I'm just a regular person that watches the corporate media and all this kind of stuff, I look at that and the logic, at least for me anyway, it immediately follows to, okay, well, if you can't control who's in your rally, how are you going to control the country? That's where my logic follows.
You
right?
better stop it, bro. You know these people don't want to hear you say this shit, bro.
It's
gonna beat your ass, bro.
It's the fucking truth.
it's the
like
truth.
like Trump is used to lying and charming
Yeah.
his way out of things.
Well, what he does is he blows things up more than what they should, and there's lies involved in that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's the thing. He knows his audience. There's nothing he can do or say to make them.
and you know what I don't get?
There's nothing he can do or say to make them be like, you know what? We ain't fucking with this dude. There's nothing.
what I don't-
Literally
Well, it's
nothing.
because of his policies. Is what it is.
No.
And what we've
no.
been traumatized the last 4
Here,
years.
Larry, that has nothing to do with policies.
I would only
bro.
agree with you. I would only
Fuck
the only it's not even policy. It's just an effect of the Trump presidency that I would agree with you about. That is because the MAGA Republicans, and it's the truth, they love saying that, you know, we had 18 months of peace and no soldiers died. Da, da, da. Anyway, so my whole thing is, I just lost my fucking train of thought. Holy shit. Tony Hinchcliffe shouldn't have been up there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah, he just shouldn't have, they shouldn't have hired that guy to do it. Like the Trump. Oh yeah.
No,
So
he
when
knew
he tells-
exactly what he
when
was doing.
When he tells,
no, that's on brand. Like
Well-
people. Here's the thing. He's not a politician. He's gonna
Nope.
tell you what he wants to tell you.
That's the
and
American way.
if you ask him, he's gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
So when-
that's his whole thing.
yes. So yes,
Yeah.
but when Tony Hinchcliffe told specifically that Puerto Rican joke,
Yeah.
the crowd pulled back. So I don't understand why the Republicans don't run with that. Where they're like, yeah, even our voter base didn't like that joke. Why not just run with
but
that?
they did though.
But that's not
they
going
tried. They
to. But
tried.
that joke is not going to affect them from not voting for him.
No.
Oh no,
not
I
at all.
agree. No,
Not
I
at
So-
agree.
all.
That's why I said I spoke too soon.
Whenever
Yeah.
they say, "Oh, he loses because of this,"
No.
not really, because the people that are against that weren't going to vote for him anyways, bro.
Yeah.
The Democrats.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
No, yeah, there's no. Oh, shit. There's no voter that saw that and was like, oh, he said a Puerto Rican joke. I'm voting for Kamala.
Yeah,
like,
nobody's doing that.
Nobody said that.
Nobody.
That's not a real thing.
So Larry, you got up the betting,
It's one of the betting
odds.
sites. Yeah.
and they're saying he should win 57%
Well,
to
and-
43%. Now, here's my thing. When she ran, when she took Biden's position, I said it outright. There's no fucking way America is going to vote a woman of color to be the president. It's not fucking happening. And if it does happen, I will be shocked. I will be shocked because America is America. Just period, fucking point blank. That I don't care. She could have a pristine background. This is just not going to happen. I don't think so. I would be very surprised if she won.
But
I will be.
But that's not the biggest thing that's holding her back.
Yes, it's
No, it's not.
it's America, bro. Look, we got it.
No,
Look,
the
we got
biggest thing holding her back is
here's the thing.
Craziness.
No, we got to stop bullshitting. America, we know what America is. We know. Look at the history, bro. If we just be honest with ourselves. Okay, I'll say this. I'll ask you guys a question. And I want y'all to give me the truth, though.
Yeah.
So, not because you guys are voting for Trump.
I already voted.
Not everyone who votes.
Larry.
Not everyone. I have too. Me and Larry already voted.
Yeah, we voted.
Yeah, same. But
Not everyone who votes for Trump is a racist. We know that.
Yeah.
But can you sit here and tell me every racist don't vote for Trump?
No, you're right.
No, you're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but
bunched
okay,
together.
okay. So,
That's
my,
what
So
I'm
what are we
saying.
supposed to do?
And
Let me ask you, what are we
well,
supposed to do
look,
if we don't
wait.
agree with her?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Because I'm a libertarian. I'm fucking sick of Trump during the last fucking run.
But let's stay here though, because this is what I'm saying. Why he won the presidency the first time, and I think he's gonna win this time on the same shit because he knows what he's doing. That's why he puts Tony Hinchcliffe.
But where
up there
that logic follows says that the majority of Americans are racist, which is not true.
Are you fucking crazy?
That is
no,
not
I
true.
don't believe that.
No,
not
they're
true.
not overt racist.
Blacks are racist. Mexicans are racist.
No,
Everybody's
no,
fucking
no,
racist,
No, but when
dude.
you start
wait,
saying
Larry.
that's
Wait,
not
Larry.
racist. That's tribal. It's two very different things.
That's not racism. No, it's not.
Yeah, no,
So,
What is
saying,
it? What is it then? What did you call it?
tribal.
I'm
What
saying
the
this.
fuck is that?
It's in between your own race.
Yeah.
It's human. It's just because we're animals,
So,
right? It's human.
so
okay.
white tribes can't fucking band together? What are
Larry,
you talking
that's-
about
that's-
right now,
no,
dude?
You're making my point. That's history. You're making my point
How?
because that is the majority, right?
What is?
What you're saying? You're saying white people getting together is the majority.
Okay, so
No, I didn't
so
say
the
that. I
majority-
said why is it when black people
You know
talk
why?
shit
And I'm gonna
about
tell you.
whites, it's called tribal?
No. Here's why it is, Larry. Here's the thing.
That makes no fucking sense.
I'm gonna make it
That is
make-
the dumbest fucking
See
thing
how he
you've
don't let
ever
you talk?
said, Noah.
Larry, let me tell you why.
I see why he's off camera.
Thank you. This is what it is. Here's what it is. Who runs the country? Who built the country? Who's always had the power?
That would be
Not
the white
minorities.
man.
Thank you.
Well, it's called
Thank
conquering.
you.
Get over it.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
No, that's such a horrible
See?
argument. Stop.
No, Larry's making my point.
Yes,
Let-
exactly. 'cause
Exactly.
You're wrong and he's wrong.
No. Here's the thing. If you have the power to oppress, right?
We don't have it anymore. Those days are done.
Are you
bro.
fucking crazy,
Those
Larry?
days are done.
So we have one
You
minority
keep
president.
going in back into the past. Everybody,
that's
yeah,
now, Larry.
It's just all based on past.
No, it's not. What do you think? So
on.
America just woke up and was like, "Hey, there's no racism."
No, I didn't say that.
So what are
I
you
didn't
saying?
say that.
So what are
I
you
said,
saying?
but just like Noah said, the majority of America is not racist.
Because with that logic, let's follow that logic though. Okay, so America will not vote Kamala Harris into the White House because she is a black woman.
Right.
Right. Okay.
It's not happening.
Okay, so let's follow that logic. Only because she's a black woman. Okay.
I didn't say that. That's the biggest portion of it.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Some men, first of all, they don't want a woman telling them what to do. They don't want to look at a woman and be like, "That's the leader of
So
my
what
country."
is the biggest? You think it's more of she's black or the part that she's the woman?
Well, for me, it's neither. But let's just follow my
yeah,
argument.
it's neither
logic,
also.
But my
I
logic
could
right
give two
now.
fucks.
Alejandro, I'm going to answer that question because it's happened to me this weekend. Go ahead.
So, Jesus. So,
Go ahead.
okay. So, but for the argument's sake, let's follow your logic that America will not vote Kamala
won't.
Harris into office because she's a black woman. Okay.
Right.
That logic, at least to me, that logic follows the majority of America is racist. Okay, let's follow that
Not
logic.
just racist,
But let's-
though.
Okay.
Because the woman part is the sexism part.
Okay, but let's follow the racist part of it though, right?
Right.
We can attest to the gender part of it too. So so then by that logic, the majority of our government are older white males.
They are.
Okay, so what that means is then my natural question to that is then why don't we have predominant Jim Crow laws? Because if they are really in power and they're dominating minority races, they would have never got rid of those laws. Because why would you give the minorities power?
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
Exactly.
Because Jim Crow laws were not just frowned upon here, but around the world. If we keep Jim Crow laws, America won't be what we are.
Okay.
So you have to take it. No, you have to take it to another time. You got to take it to another level. That's where school red zones and shit come into play. That comes into, okay, we'll give you this lower level of whatever, but at the end of the day, you're not on the same playing field. That's the truth.
So then your argument is that America changed and moved away from that, not because people in majority came to the realization that that's wrong, but they came to that. But they changed because they wanted to bend the knee to other countries.
What I'm telling you is this: if we are what you're saying we are, there would be none of it.
No.
What happened was you changed.
We're human beings. Everybody's.
Wait, Larry, hold on.
You're gonna have sex of people, dude.
You change from what it was because now it's like, oh, we gotta hide this shit. That's what it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
Larry, you can't tell me.
There are no racist hiding. Come on. You can tell a racist right off, bro.
No, you can't, Larry. The racist will shake your fucking hand. Racists will do business with you. But at the same time, you'll never get above them.
I don't believe that, bro.
Because you don't have to deal with it. You don't live with it,
so
Larry.
Then why? Okay,
y'all don't live. Y'all are. It's easy for.
So we're just supposed to because you're black. We're supposed to say, okay, that you're right. That makes because you're black and you've dealt with this before, and we've never dealt with it.
No, you choose not to because the way you think. You're saying, oh, there's no slavery, there's no Jim Crow, there must not be racism.
You choose not to change it either on the way you think.
So what are you saying?
So I'm just because, and maybe I should have said this from the beginning. The way that I approach arguments is I start big picture and kind of move in.
It's very covert now. Thank you.
So I start from big picture and move in. Right. So those are the biggest. Right. Is slavery and Jim Crow, obviously.
Right.
So then I guess, so just following that logic, if the majority of Americans are racist, then why did the George Floyd murder have such an impact on this country? And also by your logic, why am I calling it the George Floyd murder and not the George Floyd incident or the accident or
because
statues?
Because things are covert and not overt like they used to be.
So you're saying white people are just bringing all this out to hide their racism, bro?
Just what are you saying? First of all, just because
you said.
Wait. Let me tell you something. A lot of people get racism fucked up. They think racism is somebody coming up to Sixx and be like, oh, you spick or you wetback, or coming up to me and saying you nigger and all that. That's not what racism is. Racism is when you are not on the same level playing field as everyone else because of the system does not allow you to be.
What? Dude, there's so many black women are in college. What are you talking? There's so many opportunities, bro.
Larry, so
you've had more opportunities than most comedians in this town.
And it's not. Listen,
and it's because you're funny. Larry, it's not because you're black.
Larry, listen to what I'm saying. You are naming and cherry picking shit. I'm talking about as a whole,
I'm just
overall.
Cherry-picking.
You are.
Well, you're cherry picking too.
No, I'm not.
Racism.
No, I'm not. Your guys' definition of racism is y'all are taking the old definition and you're not modernizing. So that's what I'm saying. So look. Now racism is these certain type of kids can't go to this school. These certain type of people can't. You know what I'm saying?
So then, by definition, racism.
Let's put this on.
Hold on. Wait.
This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored.
Oh, we know.
If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number.
Fuck just
to accept this free call.
Oh, you gotta tell them what we're doing.
To refuse this free call,
they'll know. We'll tell them.
2. If you would like to permanently block your number from receiving calls from this facility, press 6.
Don't press 6.
That'd be funny.
That'd be fucked up.
Thank you for using Security.
How do you get it unblocked?
You may start the conversation now.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's good, brother? What's good with you?
What's good? Live and direct with Pinta calls with Mr. Blacc.
Mr. Blacc, what
the
up,
BS
bro?
show.
What's up, bro?
Hello, world. What's good? The Buck and Sixx show.
Yay! He got it right.
He
got it right. He was calling us the bullshit show for a little bit.
Yeah, we on the bullshit tonight, though. Trust me. One night before election night, y'all. One night before election night, is crazy up in here.
Oh, I bet it's crazy up over here. I can imagine how crazy it's over there. So tell us a little about the craziness of the election.
Today we've had, the drugs is rampant in here, like I told you before. It's crazy up in here. We just had 2 EPIs. Did I explain to you what an EPI was, man? An EPI was when they get on this drug called the GERD, man, and they go crazy. They lose all consciousness. The brain freezes up. I don't know what the fuck happens when they take this little shit, man. It's some shit that I ain't never seen before, but we just had a dude do the curly and mow on the floor, spin around like 20 times, get up, throw up like the fucking exorcist. It's crazy, you know what I mean?
And then you guys said, give me some of that shit.
Fuck that.
No, that shit is scary. So, after they get the guy in the shower, he comes out of the shower, he comes out of it like nothing. You know
Are the
what I'm saying?
guards getting him in the shower? Or?
No, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Are the guards getting him in the shower? Or are the inmates?
No, just the other inmates getting him in the shower.
So that means nobody's watching these motherfuckers.
Man, it's crazy. Nobody gives a damn in here. So, after the guy gets out of the shower, man, he's back to normal.
Wow.
Talking to me like, just back to normal. So, Blacc, what do you think about the Raiders this week? What?
Hey, that was a short conversation.
Yeah, that was
right?
not a damn thing.
I mean, that's horrible. Shots fired from the Buck and Sixx show. If you're a Raider fan, you just been hit.
I'm a Raider fan.
Shit, they get hit by everybody. What are you talking about?
But man, this shit, you guys, this is something you can't write this shit. You can't. This shit is made for TV. You know what I mean? This shit is crazy. And then he snaps right out of that after the Raider comment, walks right up to me and says, who I voted for. Well, who the hell did you vote for?
and how? And how?
I don't put it past nothing.
He's telling me he's so gone still. He voted for Kamala Trump. I said, man, get the hell away from me. This shit is crazy. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's unexplainable, man. This shit is so many drugs and trips up in here, man. This shit is, it's up and down, night and day. You know how this shit is, man. It's crazy.
But ask him if he was out.
What are you guys up to? Enough of that shit. You know what I mean? It's voting night, man. I hope everybody is that's free over there at the Buck and Sixx show. What's up, Larry? I hope you guys are going to vote.
Oh, yeah. I wonder going out to vote.
We already did.
I'm voting on Wednesday. So
Let me ask
I'm on Mexican time.
rolling up late.
I'm going to
He's
show
gonna
up.
show up at 7:15. Like, let me in line.
Yeah, well, the good thing is that, felons can actually vote in certain states now. So,
Wow.
just like felons can obviously become the president, too. Damn.
Is that right?
You might as well be able to vote.
Well, there's no more integrity in the White House. That's gone. That left with chivalry. So I don't know.
Thank you, social media.
Right. The country is, on its head right now, but it's a lot of tension right now. So what do you guys think about the tension right now? It's so tense in this motherfucker, boy. I can't even explain it like
Well, that's what we would vote for.
So Blacc, remember I asked you, was that a big thing there? Y'all got the betting odds in there?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Are y'all betting on who's going to win in there?
With loose cigarettes.
Oh, no, it ain't no betting. It might be some ass whoopings. I don't know about no betting,
Ask him what's the majority in there.
Give me the percentage of Trump supporters and Harris supporters locked up.
Well, let me see. We are 5 hours from LA. Vegas is a blue state.
Yeah.
So that'll let you know there's not a lot of Trump fans in here. There's not a lot of Trump fans in here, but the ones that are in here, they are harder than a Russian gangster. They think they is the shit, you know what I mean? They speaking up, they ain't scared, you know what I mean? Do something attitude.
They're acting like they're going to get out if he gets elected.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
No, the irony is I think they're going to get out if Kamala gets elected. That's the irony.
And I'm just going to tell you like this. I ain't never met one Proud Boy in my life. Where the fuck is they at? I don't know. I'm in gangland. And if them motherfuckers is a gang, I ain't met one Proud Boy or none of that shit.
It's only like 12 of them, bro.
They're extinct. They're gone.
Well, I thought all of them got killed or put in jail. Shit, after January 6th.
No, it was just the one black dude. Remember him? The leader, the one brother.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
the one
right.
brother.
Oh, racism.
Yeah.
Man, I just had a dude come up to me earlier. I think it was a couple days ago, and he's an older white dude, and he said something that had me like really. I don't know. It kind of bugged me that again. I thought about it. I asked him who he's going to vote for. Are you sure it's going to be that cotton picking Kamala Harris?
Oh yeah.
Hey, we're not. I mean, he's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? So
He was a cool dude.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, as far as we was cool up until that point, but back in the day, you could hear that all the time. The cotton picking and all that.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I never really thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Until I got a little older.
I remember that phrase being used just for anything. That cotton picking car.
What, Larry?
What the fuck, dog?
Larry.
Please do not interject when I'm debating.
No,
Please
bro.
do not interject.
Let Larry talk. It's a free country.
I can't fight with a handicap. No.
Free country, buddy.
Larry said that cotton picking store was
I
out
never
of
used-
Capital
I never-
K with that cotton, by the way.
Now Larry said I never used it.
Well, I've never used it, but I've heard it been used back in the day.
Hey, but you know what, though? That's the most racist shit I've heard in a long time. That's got to be
That is
the most
racist.
racist shit I've heard this year. I really didn't know what to say at first, and I thought about it. I'm like, well, I don't think he meant any harm by it. You know what I mean?
Blacc,
Like,
you
I
just
don't think
keep calling every Monday, bro. Larry gonna fill your quota. I'm telling you.
What's up, Larry? How you doing,
What's
man?
up, buddy?
What's going on? I know you ain't with no cotton picking bullshit.
Fuck no, dude. That shit's dumb.
Hey, Blacc. So
I'm so pro black. I won't pick the fucking cotton out of a pill bottle.
hell yeah.
He said so pro black.
Oh, if you've ever
I
seen
love
him,
all
he's
my
pretty
people,
black.
though. I love all my people, even the orange head ones. I'm gonna vote for Kamala Trump, and I'm gonna call it a day. I just want to see the people win. At the end of the day, we want to do it for the people. I think the people are gonna get the last word on this election.
So I gotta ask you now. I ask you this every week. What's the craziest shit that happened to you this week, man?
Well, what was the drama?
Yeah.
The shit that I just saw.
That's fair.
This
No, that's fair.
motherfucker
That's fair.
just doing the curly and mow, spinning around while throwing up at the same time. This motherfucker should be in the circus. I don't know what the fuck. This drug is, man. But
I don't ask. Is this a drug that's made in the prison or is it brought in?
Well, it comes through in the mail. You can't really detect it. They can't detect it. You know what I'm saying? And,
Damn.
So, it's like some shit that's sprayed on a paper. Some shit like that.
Damn, you just ate the paper then.
That's fucking nuts.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
It's like an acetate back in the day.
Yeah.
Dude,
fuck.
Okay, you guys remember those? Like slices of hits of acid. Shit
Oh
like
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I know.
Perforated
Larry,
paper.
I know you remember that.
Oh yeah, perforated paper.
Larry's like, I used to take
Dude, I'm taking Bibles.
Oh yeah, that's why I said it like that. Well, they call those. Remember those little
Yeah.
stamp looking.
Yep.
Those little
Blue
cuts or whatever they had
unicorns.
on there, the little
Purple
on the
barrels.
perforated paper. Well, they call that stamps in here. You know what I'm saying? They call them
Okay.
stamps. You know what I mean?
So somebody say they want a book of stamps. You know what they talking about?
Right. Or if they say they want a half a stamp or a
Yeah.
stamp or something like that. You know what I mean? And these
Jesus
guys
Christ.
take a little battery and they take some kind of little wire and they stick it to the battery. And of course the wire gets hot to the little piece of paper that it's on and it burns it somehow. And
Shut
it's
the
weird.
fuck up. That is crazy, dude.
Bro, that's genius right
That's
there.
fucking genius crazy, bro.
They're making the
A
going a little lighter
a
in there.
little AA battery is
Yeah.
so valuable around here. You're talking $25. You know
No
what I mean? For a
shit.
little double.
Oh,
Damn.
Man, I'm telling you. The
Bro, I'm
batteries
gonna
cost like
send you a whole pack of Energizer brother. We gonna come up.
Be a millionaire in that motherfucker.
We're gonna come up.
Hey, man, this shit is serious in here, man. I'm talking about this. This is some shit in here, man. You can't rank this shit. When a dude first pulled the battery and the little fucking wire out, and he was staring at me while talking to me like, "What shit? Yeah, and so how long you been in, Black?" He just hit the shit in front of me. I said, what the fuck is you doing? What is that? You know what I mean? And he explained to me what the fuck was going on. I said, okay, well, check this out. Don't do that shit in here. Don't do that shit in my cell.
Don't do that shit next to me.
Whatever you fucking just did, don't do it. You know, motherfucker, and is it dangerous? God damn. Next thing I know, this motherfucker locked up. He had the deer, you know, like the deer arms, you know?
Yeah.
You know, when the deer stands up, we call them the deer arms, right? Froze up, eyes to the back of his head. I mean, it was crazy as shit.
Bro, he said the deer in the headlights.
What the fuck are they doing in there? That would be the last thing I'd want to be is high in jail, bro.
I don't know.
I would not want to be that fucked
that
up.
time will go by fast as shit.
Somebody come up and shank me or something.
Well, on top of it, this is camp. You know, we're like one step away from freedom. This is camp.
Yeah. So you want to act right so you can get up out of there.
Yeah, exactly. You're one step from the street. Like, you know, we're in camp, so it's like, you know, people are going actually out into the city working, you know, picking up trash or whatever it is, going on fire crew and things like that. So, you know, in here, and like I said, this reminds me, they call it conservation, but it's a concentration camp. Yes, we got this shit going on here. You know,
So,
you know?
Blacc, how long will it take for you to get back to real life when you get out?
Shit, 24, 48 hours.
Shit, I'm adapt quick.
That's too long. I would have been like, as soon as I walk out the fucking gate.
Institutionalized who? No, thank you.
I'm going to take some X-Lax.
Clean out the system, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to shit all this jail out, state food out, you know what I mean? Shit it all out. And I'm going to be back to normal. I'm going to be ready to do my thing, just like that.
Ready.
Blacc, all right, speaking of the food, man, what's the best shit you eating in there, bro? Tell the truth. The shit that they give you.
I don't want to talk about it.
No, tell me, bro. I want to know.
No, but we got regular shit up in here. Like, we can order regular food. But other than that, the state food, you know, it's horrible. Yeah, pretty horrible. You ever ate gunpowder?
What?
Did you ever eat gunpowder?
No.
I've tasted it.
Fuck no.
I've had homies that do that.
Yeah, I've tasted it before.
Weird white people.
Biscuits are pretty fucking, you know, it's I'm just going to tell you it's horrible. So, you better order your food. We actually have access to order normal food, like chicken in a box, things like that.
What? Hold on, bro.
Wait a minute. You got DoorDash?
Bro, you eating better than me. What the fuck, bro?
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. Chicken in a box is valuable too. Somebody might stab you, grab you, shoot you, tackle you for a breast in this motherfucker.
What the fuck is chicken in the box?
Where does it come from?
I think it's chicken in a box.
It's the same chicken that you can buy at Walmart in that little red box, you know, the little banquet
Oh,
chicken.
the rotisserie
the
chicken.
rotisserie thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Wow. You guys got fucking
The fuck kind of gourmet shit is this,
Walmart
bro?
delivery and shit?
It is gourmet shit. That's what it is, nigga. Gourmet shit, nigga. That's what it is.
Fuck.
Ask them, do they got anybody making shit in there? Like, you know, you see the videos of like prison food and shit?
Hey, motherfuckers make so much shit in here. And
You have 1 minute left.
Some of it's kind of good. It's like jail engineering, man. This shit is ridiculous. Some of the shit they make in here is good. Some of that shit look like it just came off the fucking McDonald's menu. This shit is incredible.
Damn.
What the fuck?
We got Cheeseburger Eddie in there. Cheeseburger Eddie up in there. Got my burger fries. In that bitch.
Cheeseburger Eddie.
30 seconds.
Let him know he got a little time left.
Hey, you got 30 seconds, Blacc. Anything you want to say before we disconnect until next week?
I just want to say, everybody go out and vote. Do your thing, man. Leave this shit up to the people. Be American. Get out and vote. This has been Mr. Blacc Live, the Buck and Sixx Show. I'll check you out next week, Larry. Let's go.
For sure. Appreciate it, man.
Later,
Appreciate
buddy.
you.
Man,
The caller has hung up.
that's crazy. A felon telling people to get out and
Yeah,
vote.
get out and vote.
You don't know what you have till you lost it.
We had a chick last week. She was like, I don't vote. I was like, what?
What are you
Like,
talking
that's
about?
Yeah, she don't tell
crazy.
jokes neither. So it's
We'll talk about
it
it.
is
We're
what
going
it
to
is.
talk about it.
Hold
We're
on,
going to
hold
talk about it.
Let's do this, man. It's already 9 o'clock. Let's take a break. We'll come back, man, and we really going to dive into it.
Yep, let's get it.
Let's get it. Blacc is funny as hell.
I love Blacc.
fuck is New Mexico? Just like Larry says, there's good black people, there's good white people. No, bullshit. If you don't tithe, if you're a member of a church, they will kick you out.
If you're trying to fuck her, she gives you the, that's cute.
Yeah.
You just get a
abort mission.
Yeah.
All right, we're back, man.
Wait, the Mexican one?
Yes, we're in
the Mexican one.
Scroll back up before we get into the debate.
Right there.
I got to answer this question that was asked by Alejandro. Where did he say it at? Keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. There we go. Right there. Scroll down. Alejandro says, can Mexicans say the N-word? Real question.
I've wondered that myself because anytime I watch a video with a fight in it and it's not black people, you always hear them saying, "What's up? What's up?"
Yeah, and it's I don't think it's even color.
So if black
coded.
people were around, would they get mad that they were using "What's up"? You know.
Wait, let me answer his question.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me answer his question, and I have a simple answer for this, and this goes to anybody. If nigger doesn't
God,
see,
I hate it when you
see
say
that?
it like
you see
that,
that?
bro.
You see that? If nigger
God damn
doesn't hurt you or anyone from your lineage or oppressed or killed anybody or maimed or anybody, you can't use the perceived coolness of nigga.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
I could never use it.
You can't do it because
I could never use it.
But here's the thing,
and that's not because I'm white. It's just I would.
No, let him finish. I'm gonna get to
It's
the debate
not
stuff.
in
Let
my
him finish.
vocabulary.
Let him
You know what I mean? It's not part of my culture. Like as far as
no, it's part of the culture. It's not part of the vocabulary.
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. Now, am I the authority on it? No, nobody's the authority. But here's what I have to tell you. You have the right to say it.
Here we go.
But you also have to understand what comes with the other person's right to fucking not take it.
Up.
Yep.
This I had to answer that question because this happened to me Saturday. There's a lot of women out here who love black men, supposedly, but you just love black dick. You fetishize the dick. You don't love
fetishized.
You don't love black people. You like black dick.
And black children.
And
half black children.
And they won't even call them half black. It's mixed. Yeah.
Mixed. Yeah.
So there was this chick, Noah, and we were getting ready to leave. Me and Sixx were parked next to each other, and she was trying to get my attention, and I was talking to someone else, and she goes, "Nigga, what?" And all I heard was that. And I said, "What the fuck you say, bitch?" And I go off. And the look on her face.
Appropriate crash out.
The look on her face was a look of shock.
And terror.
And you know what I meant. And
oh, no.
It does not matter.
What did you mean? No, wait. What did you mean?
But the reason why, Noah, that a lot of people feel like it's okay because somewhere along their lineage or line, a black person told them or allowed them to do it.
I don't think so. I think they've just been around people that have accepted that, but not been around black people at all.
No, there's some like that who are just like, hey, I listen to rap music. It's cool. I'm fitting in.
I listen to rap music. I don't say that.
But there's some people who like, hey, I got a black friend or black friends let me say it. But here's the problem. We ain't all the same. You're not all the same of every guy. We're comedians and we're not the same. Yeah. Larry, you're not the same and that's what they don't understand. You got to tread lightly because some people will be like, it's nothing. Because some people are like, oh, it's just a word. I'm not tripping. No. Other people are like me. No, you're not going to say it. Because I know, you know why I do that, Larry? There's people that we know that get around certain people and talk a certain way.
Oh,
you fucking code switch.
That's what I brought up multiple times. This, I think it's
this chick who said it. I know she code switches because she speaks Spanish all day fucking long. So don't get in front of me and nigga it up.
Right. I also want to
see what I'm saying.
Trying to be a part of you.
Trying to fit in to get some black dick. I don't even. No.
I also just want it on the record, by the way, for all the locals, that he called me a comedian. So eat a dick. Eat a fucking dick.
If you get paid to tell jokes, you're a comedian.
Yeah. It doesn't mean you're good.
Hey.
But we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's get into it.
So Guy Harris. Is Guy Harris, did he call in yet?
Oh, fuck.
Hold on. Let me tell him because. So what we're going to do is I wanted someone who I knew was going to vote for Trump to basically have a conversation with someone who I knew was going to vote for Harris, especially the night before
The big day.
Say that one more time.
So I wanted someone to come on who I knew was going to vote for Trump, which is Noah. And I wanted someone who I knew was going to vote for Harris, which is Guy Harris. No relation.
What's up, Guy?
No relation. Is he there?
You there, Guy?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, there you go. So Guy Harris in the corner of Kamala Harris, and we got Noah Vargas, who is voting for Trump. So we kind of let Noah talk a little bit first. So I want to hear why you, Guy Harris, are voting for Kamala Harris.
Oh, well, she's qualified. That's pretty much it.
And what do you, when you say she's qualified, give me what those qualifications are.
Well, she has experience in public service. She knows how government works. She knows what the purpose of government is. She has a background in government.
Mm-hmm.
She understands what the law is, how the law works, and how it's been compromised. Hell, she was a prosecutor, so she knows how to utilize the law,
Mm-hmm.
put people in jail.
Right.
So she's qualified in that aspect. She's not asking people for basic stuff. Trump running around asking people for basic information because he doesn't know anything about government.
Give me an example.
That's why I got all those people.
When you're saying he's asking for basic information, what do you mean?
Like how to do things, like why you can't do certain things, why
Right.
you can't, self-coup, why you can't call people to the White House and then tell them to go to the Capitol, why that's a no-no,
Right.
why you can't go to Helsinki in 2018 and stand before the world and say, I don't think Vladimir Putin did anything.
Yeah.
And the FBI is wrong. Yeah, you don't do that. That's treason.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of other things that you don't do, and she knows how to do. He don't. That's
Okay.
just basic. That's it.
Okay, so let Noah tell us why he's voting for Trump.
Before I even get into my points, I just want to make sure I've got this right from him. So his chief argument on why to vote for Kamala Harris is because she is qualified in government, because she's put people in prison and arrested people. And
no, because she knows the law and understands how to put that together.
Okay, so she understands the law. I'm assuming you're referring to her history as an attorney general.
His attorney general.
And a senator, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And senator, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. So she's. I just
Hold on. Before you do that, Noah. Before you go against what he said, tell me why.
I'm not going against. I want to understand his stream of consciousness.
Okay.
So because she's qualified from her experience as a AG and senator, and then what was the other one? Because Trump asked for, what was the last one?
Oh, because she knows how not to act around the world.
How to not act?
So,
that's true, but no,
yeah,
what's your point?
So like Trump in 2018 went to Helsinki, had a summit with Vladimir Putin. They sat down, there were no press allowed. He came out afterwards and said, I don't see why you think that he interfered with the 2016 election. And essentially knelt the American people's knee before Vladimir Putin. Then he went after the FBI and said they lied. Like, dude, don't do that.
Okay, there you go, Noah. So knowing that, tell me why you say you're voting for Trump.
Okay. So, all right. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, in the interest of time, because I'm sure we can get into topics later on, I'm just going to hit my bullet points of why I voted against Kamala Harris. Okay. So
you're voting against her and not for
no,
Trump?
No, okay, fine. Okay, so both. Yes, why I voted against Kamala Harris and why I did vote for, because I did vote for Trump, right?
Okay.
There are things about Donald Trump that I do alike.
That's what I want to know.
So yeah, so here's why. So I'm gonna start. It's a two-parter. The first one is voting against the Democratic Party. Everything bad about Trump's presidency, they did worse. Namely, COVID, foreign policy, and inflation/government spending. The ideology of the Democratic Party. Basically, whenever their party policy fails, they switch to social issues. They've become the war party, a party of censorship, I don't agree with the trans movement when it comes with kids. They're in bed with Big Pharma in a way we've never seen before. The soft coup against Biden, and quite frankly, I truly believe there is no real support for Kamala Harris as a candidate. Also, the way they attacked Trump for 8 years. You mentioned some of it right there. I'll just give a couple off and I'll move on. Russian agent, the Hitler narrative, 44 felonies. But against Kamala Harris herself. So first of all, the company she keeps around her. And we can go into that later. Basically how she failed on the border. She endorsed every Biden decision and admitted that she was a chief part of the decision-making process. Let's see. And then Kamala, the fact that Kamala could really be anybody. It's not really her as a candidate. She's being propped up by the party. I kind of already mentioned that. And then she also has very unrealistic policies proposing, namely the housing for $25,000 starting, and the fact that she said that she's going to stop price gouging. And then another reason I voted against her is because she refuses to do long sit-down interviews. Obviously, Rogan's the big one. But basically what they're doing, what I feel like they're doing with Kamala Harris, they try to do it anyway, is they tried hiding her, right? A lot like Biden in 2020. We can get into that later. But why I voted for Trump is because I did like his foreign policy during his presidency, the economy, his views on deregulation. He has real grassroots support, the company that he keeps around him, and then how he handles the attacks against him. And I will lend Guy Harris this. The reasons I'm against Donald Trump, foreign policy, namely with Israel, the COVID lockdown / Fauci, and that applies to the Democratic Party as well, obviously. The way he handled government spending, don't love everything about the Abraham Accords, and I can go on and on and on. But yeah, those are my points.
Go ahead, Guy.
So where do you want to start?
I don't know, man. You got a bunch of wild bullet points is what it sounds like. But I'll go along with all of it. So let's start with spending. You don't like government spending, but government spending is necessary. That's why you pay your taxes. So there's this idea from Republicans that tells people that, hey, we spend enough in tax dollars. It doesn't need to go there. And they've done this since like Newt Gingrich, of going on and saying, there's too much pork in government. But mind you, all those same senators and representatives who went out there and screamed how bad pork was were the first ones with their hands out for the pork when it was coming out. So, you talk about government spending, you're talking about yourself. So that's kind of I don't know where you get that from for anti-Democrats. I mean, you're talking about the Republican Party too. So
so let's take on your first point then, and I'll bring mine up later. So tax dollars. Do you feel like in the last 4 years, the way your tax dollars have been spent, do you feel like you are being accurately represented in the government under Biden and Harris?
Yeah, and here's how I'm accurately represented by the tax dollars. They've been actively cutting the deficit, which means that less of my tax dollars goes to pay off the debt. When Trump was in office, he did nothing but add on to the debt, which meant that more of my tax dollars were going to go directly to pay off interest on the debt and never actually do anything for the people of America, just pay the bankers. Now, after 2008, we had all these bankers get away with murder, essentially, and some actually got away with murder because they killed some families, destroyed them by taking their homes away. Bush, all that stuff happened in Bush, man. So if you're trying to pin it on Obama, good luck. So you're talking about all these bankers getting all this money from more tax, from more national debt, thanks to Trump. And then the pandemic happened, tossed on a whole bunch more debt. He failed to do his job. He failed completely to do his job when the pandemic happened. And so we had to add on more debt. Ever since then, the debt's been taken down. Been taken down by it.
So I do agree with you. That Trump did not do. That's why that was one of the negative things for my Trump, right, was the government spending. So right now, approximately 77% of the taxes, right, of American taxpayer dollars that go towards that go into the government, 77% of that goes to the principal interest of the debt. So to argue that your money is not going towards interest or going towards the national deficit is categorically untrue.
No. I don't know what you must have got that wrong, and you must not understand economics on that one. So when there's a deficit, increase in debt happens from a national standpoint. The service of the debt is used by taxpayer dollars. So I don't know where you're getting that it's not going that direction. Those dollars that would be used to build roads, bridges, all that other stuff is not going there because it's going.
Okay, so maybe I worded myself wrong. So all of the tax dollars that is going.
Want to go ahead and fact check that?
Yeah, fact check me. So look up.
He's looking it up right
Okay,
now.
yeah. So the amount of tax dollars that is going towards the deficit, 77% of that is going on principal interest. It's not actually going towards paying off the debt. That's what I'm trying to say. And as far as
I'm not talking about the deficit.
Okay, so maybe I understood you wrong then. Okay, so then my question also then would be, as far as government spending goes, under the Biden-Harris administration, there have been 2 new proxy wars that have started that have jacked up inflation in our country like no other. And under President...
Now we're talking about inflation. That's different.
Is that not what we've been talking about?
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So there's 2 new wars that have been started under the Biden administration, and obviously the Harris administration, because she admitted on national television that she was a part of every major policy decision under Biden. So 2 new wars have started under the Biden-Harris administration, and under President Trump, there were no new wars, and in fact, for 18 months straight, there were no deaths of any American servicemen, period. Or, well, overseas, rather. So 2 new proxy wars, and right now, as of, I want to say as of May of this year, we've spent $150 billion, I think, on the Ukrainian war, and of that, it's something like 115 has gone straight to their government. So my logic on that is, why are we spending so much money on a proxy war that's damn near useless when our country is failing?
Real quick clarification. You said how much went directly to Ukraine and not to
hold up
government contractors, American companies?
Hold on. Let me say something, because Noah, you said no. Say that again. When you said no service members died.
There was an 18-month span under the Trump administration where no service members were killed overseas.
All right. So I just looked it up. Some 65.
It don't matter. You know why it don't matter? It's because the Trump administration negotiated with the Taliban for the exit from Afghanistan. Yeah. They excluded the Afghan government. So it was the Taliban that was going to take over. So they gave the country all the work that we did throughout the Afghanistan conflict was essentially squandered because Trump decided to go and leave out the Afghan government that we helped put in place.
But the Afghan pullout didn't happen until Biden's administration. So why did Biden undo that?
Hold on. Let me say what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
So it says, according to Defense Casualty Analysis System, DCAS, if you're in the military, says some 65 American service members died in combat while serving Trump during his time in the White House from January 2017 to January 2021. Of those 65 deaths, there were 45 combat deaths reported in Afghanistan alone, according to the AP.
Okay, so my source was wrong. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was wrong. Okay.
Well, not just that. The issue of the exit from Afghanistan was set forth by, what was the name? Secretary of State. Oh God,
Austin?
It'll come back. Mike
Milley?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Mike Milley?
No. I'll remember it in a minute. But they set forth the plan. They set forth with the Taliban the plan for exit.
Talking about Pompeo.
And that exit was kept.
Mike Pompeo.
Mike
Pompeo. Yeah.
Pompeo. Yeah.
So
wait,
okay.
hold on.
Let
me do this, because we're like going off the rails, but there's some things I want to know from both of you guys.
Okay.
And I'll start with you, Noah.
Yep.
January the 6th. Do you feel like that flame was fanned by Donald Trump?
No, because there's footage of him saying to not storm. He said to go to the Capitol peacefully. Now, granted.
Wait. Hold up, guy. You'll get your chance.
I got to laugh at that. It's hilarious.
Okay, but go ahead. You're saying.
Now, granted.
Listen to what I said.
Yeah.
Listen to my. Do you think he fanned the flames of January the 6th to get it to a fever pitch to where it was at?
I think so. I don't think he necessarily fanned the flames, but did he do enough to stop it? No, of course not. Now, granted, on the other side of that coin, January 6th wasn't the fiasco, like the fucking nightmare that the media pitched it out to be. It wasn't this like massive takedown of the Capitol where like things were in flames.
So I'm going to ask you though, do you not think, especially as a service member, that was like a big fucking deal though? We had citizens go into the Capitol.
I think it could have been a big deal. I think
going there in the first place, you don't think so?
No.
Okay.
No.
Wait. Now let me ask Guy.
Yeah.
Guy, how do you feel Donald Trump fanned the flames of January the 6th to the fever pitch that it was perceived in the media?
Well, they should have never been there. So the action that's taken on January 6th is generally ceremonial.
Wait, back up.
Wait, hold up. Wait.
Okay,
Let him talk. Let him talk. Go ahead. Go ahead, Guy.
Oh, so it's ceremonial. There's no reason for people to be there except to witness it if they're going to be there. But they would have already gone with their Congress people to ask for a seat so they could witness it.
Mm-hmm.
Trump brought all those people there for a scheme that was illegal to begin with. And the fact that they were there right up front says everything was wrong. He knew what he was doing. He knew he was trying to self-coup. He was trying to make it so possible so that possibly his little scheme with John Eastman and that other dude, bad lawyers, because that's all he has is bad lawyers, talked him into doing the absolute wrong thing and try to stop the certification of the votes. Ted Cruz right behind him from Texas, he wasn't worth a damn.
I agree with that.
Helping to make it possible. But none of that should have happened. None of that was legal. None of that had any validity whatsoever. So, it was always going to be a ceremonial transfer of power, but Trump tried to turn it into something special. There was no reason for people to be there.
The second part of the question, like I asked Noah, do you feel like that was something that was in the media that they not to use the word trumped up, but they made it seem more, worse? Did they make it seem worse than what it really was?
Yeah, of course, man, because they were trying to reinforce the insanity. You got to understand, we've been in the cyber war since 2009.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in the cyber war since 2009. These folks are trying to do everything they can to influence minds. And one of the biggest ways to influence minds is to create crowds and movement.
True.
And how do you create crowds and movement and do bad things behind it? It gets people riled up. Oh, they didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, they did. They weren't even supposed to be there.
Mm.
Oh, you're just saying things. Oh, it was peaceful. It was a peaceful protest. No, there was no peace there. All of the things that they have are a bunch of lies, and they're being fed this propaganda thinking that it's patriotic that what they did. They went in there with flags. They went in there with American flags and beat up police officers and called themselves patriots.
Well, police officers also let them into the Capitol, so.
I'm sorry, what?
There's footage of police officers and Capitol officers letting them into the Capitol.
Yeah, because in order to keep themselves from being murdered by these crazy
people,
they had to let them through. But that didn't mean that they were allowed. That's the problem. You guys want to play this game of, they were letting them in. It happened because they just let it happen. No, they were minimized. They were minimized by the Trump administration to begin with.
So then
why? The National Guard should have been called. The National Guard was supposed to be called. The National Guard was supposed to be
And who stopped the National Guard from coming in?
The Trump administration did everything they could to minimize or to keep those people from being there.
So that's
every time they tried to get security, the Trump administration thwarted it.
So Trump,
it's complete and total truth, man.
Trump offered the National Guard to the Capitol, and Nancy Pelosi got caught on video in her motorcade.
No, he didn't. That didn't happen. None of that stuff happened. Everything you just said.
She's on video saying that I messed up. I should have called the National Guard like Trump told me to. That's literally look up on YouTube.
That's a bunch of and if you saw something like that, you probably got that from some weird sources. You got to understand, they had no problem bringing the National Guard the week before, the month before, when the Black Lives Matter protests showed up. They had no problem with it.
Well, so Trump, but so then why?
When it came down to that day, they decided to call them off. They kept Maryland from bringing their people in. They couldn't do anything. And Mike Pence had to call them in.
Hold on, I looked this up.
They have to go around Mike Pence to get somebody in there.
Let me look this up. I looked it up. I'm looking at Associated Press. So the claim is former President Donald Trump ordered to deploy 20,000 National Guard troops before his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol on January the 6th, 2021, but was stopped by the House Sergeant at Arms at the behest of Speaker Nancy Pelosi. AP's assessment, false. While Trump was involved in discussions in days prior to January the 6th about the National Guard response, he issued no such order before or during the rioting. Speaker Pelosi does not control National Guard troops. And here's what the rest of it says. Hold on. Okay. New footage released Thursday of House lawmakers on January the 6th has sparked a resurgence of false claims and conspiracy theories about the insurrection. The videos recorded by Pelosi's daughter showed the Congresswoman responding to the attack in real time as she negotiated with governors and defense officials in an effort to get Guard troops to the Capitol. In one clip published by CNN, Pelosi can be heard saying that if Trump showed up, she would punch him out. Some on social media used the occasion to revive baseless claims that Pelosi had stopped a Trump order for tens of thousands of National Guard troops before the event. I just looked that up.
Okay, so I've got a video, and it's in the title of it is Nancy Pelosi says, quote, I take responsibility for not having National Guard at the Capitol.
Hold up, Noah. So what you're saying is you're going to show me something that says the AP is not right.
In theory, yes.
No, I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Play it.
So we have responsibility, Terry. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. This is ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of the thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff that should we call the Capitol Police? I mean, the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
They thought that they had sufficient resources.
No, there's not a question of how they had, but they don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more.
That doesn't sound, I'm going to agree with you, but I'm going to agree with
Guy.
I'm going to agree with Guy because that sounds to me like
retrospective.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't, and I have thought I've thought just like you did, Noah, that the whole National Guard shit. But that sounds like it's retrospective to me.
So my thing too is there's footage of the let's for the sake of the argument, let's call them Capitol rioters, right? Of them going into the Capitol, and yes, I will obviously I'm not going to paint one side of the portrait. There is that horrible footage of like the Capitol Police getting like caught in the doors and then them getting suffocated. So like that happened. That 100% happened, obviously. But then there's the footage of the majority of the individuals going into the Capitol where they're just walking through it. And honestly, I have a real.
But here's the thing, dude. They're not supposed to be there. Period.
That's what I feel.
They weren't supposed to be there. And if they wanted to be there, they could have asked to be there. But they didn't ask to be there. They went there at the behest of Trump. They went there with intent, with malicious intent. And because they went there with the malicious intent, they faced the consequence.
But nothing happened.
Hold on. So I'll say this. Let me put a bow on it. people did go to prison for it. People are still locked up for it. You feel the way you feel, Noah. Guy feels the way he feels, and that's why I think a lot of people are polarized about what happened on that day. But let me go to the next subject.
Well, can I ask
let me wait
because I think this is a good segue into one of my other points about censorship. So can we ask the question about why they were mad at, other than Trump losing, right? Why were they upset in the first place?
Well, I want to say something on this. I'm going to come off of the.
Okay.
This is how I feel.
Okay.
I remember watching it that day. Me and Larry were talking. We was like, dude, are you watching this shit? It may have started out to be what people wanted it to be, but those people, you got to understand, that wasn't just a one-day thing. That is a culmination of years and months of a lot of people believing fed, made-up stuff. And even if Trump says he didn't know, he did tell them. He was speaking in a very aggressive manner, and a lot of those people, they was like, fuck it, we gonna do it. And I think that's what happened. Like, and that's why I say he does have to take some responsibility in that, because if you're a leader of men and women, you got to know the pulse of your followers.
So are you taking away autonomy from people then?
Huh? No. That's why, no, they did what
now
they
I'm just
did.
asking questions.
No, they did what they did because they chose to do it, but they also got a key put in their back. That's how I feel. And it wasn't just that day. It was a lot of misinformation, a lot of stuff that people who are not educated enough to make their own right decisions were following.
Can I respond real quick to what Cardo said about the debt? So you're right, Cardo. The debt has compounded like a motherfucker. But Trump bears a lot of accountability for that. Now, granted, the Biden-Harris administration made it worse. Like I said earlier, I really believe they made it worse. But the initial spark of that flame was Donald Trump during COVID.
Can I say one thing about the increase in the debt during the Trump administration?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
The only reason why there was pretty much an increase in debt was because he was trying to build up the military.
COVID.
Build up the military. I even said it. Build up the military because Obama of 8 years never put any money into the military.
So I agree with you. And he took money out and he fired the.
Yes.
He fired the 25.
Sorry, Larry.
Hold up.
That didn't happen. It went up because of the tax cuts.
No, it went up.
And
No, it
because
didn't.
they
It
tried
went
not
up.
to sunset.
No, the
a
big
bunch of
thing. The
tax,
big
but
thing
the
that.
tax cuts were the major cause.
So this is the big reason why the deficit went up the debt went up during Trump's administration was during COVID. That was the biggest part of it. And the reason I say that it should be. Can I? Okay. So it's basic supply and demand, right? So you're in the pandemic happens, and Trump decided, and this is why like the Trump campaign can't run. Like really, when Trump says, "Were you better off 4 years ago?" What he means is, "Were you better off 5 years ago?" They're trying to distance themselves from 2020, just like how the Democrats are distancing themselves from COVID. Because what happened during COVID, obviously in 2020, they shut down the world's biggest economy and decided to print money to say, hey, guess what? We'll bail you out of this by sending you like these small checks of like, what was it, 700, then 1,200, and back to 700 or whatever.
Are you blaming that on Democrats?
I'm blaming the beginning of it on Trump.
Oh, okay, because Trump held up the check so he could have his name printed.
I think Biden printed out like one series of checks, but the first two were from Trump. So I'm just responding to Cardo's thing, because when you shut down the economy and you're no longer producing things and moving things, and you print a shit ton of money, you're going to lead.
It wasn't the government doing the shutdown of the economy. The world economy got shut down from the pandemic. You got to remember, this was worldwide.
Yes, but America didn't have to do that.
And you don't think so?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess that America needed more than just 1 million people dead from COVID. Then, all right.
Yeah, but those were weak people, man.
What, Larry?
Those were fucking weak people.
No, stop it!
No,
Stop it, Larry! Stop!
Let Larry keep talking for you.
Stop it!
Hold up.
I know
Hold up.
the homosexuals hate Americans, so this ain't new, right?
All right, so
what's the next topic?
Here's my next point, and I'm going to start it with Guy, and then I want you to rebuttal this.
Okay.
So one thing where I know people are saying you shouldn't vote for Kamala as a black person because of what she did while being the district attorney in California. How she locked up a lot of black men for minimal crimes, and a lot of people didn't see a lot of day. What do you have to say to that? Do you feel that's true, or do you sweep it under the rug, or how do you feel about that, Guy?
No, welcome to government, man. That's what happens. And when you're the attorney general, you have to essentially exercise the law as it's written. You don't have a say in the matter. So the fact that she exercised the way the law was written and didn't have a say in the matter to do so, she just did her job.
So explain.
Hold on, let him finish.
If you worked in government, you understand that you are bound by certain things, no matter what you want to do. So, but what prosecutors and attorney generals have an option to do is to do things like work on undoing people who have gone to prison for false reasons and going against those people. So most of the times, like the Innocent Project, you'll see that it was a former prosecutor or a prosecutor who's still in office nowadays, who are fighting to get an innocent man out of jail. Mm-hmm. That's what they can do when it comes to that work. But for the most part, they're stuck and bound by the law to do the job at hand under the law. That's what that comes down to. Now, because it was a black face, it's just easy to punch.
I agree with that.
What do you have to say about that, Noah? So answer that same question.
Yeah,
because I know that's a big talking point.
Yeah, so it is a big talking point, and I'm going to admit this. I have not learned much about this I have not learned as much about this as I should. What I have read about it, and I try to get my news from independent sources because I don't trust fucking Fox News. I don't trust CNN, MSNBC, those jackasses. But I do remember in when the debates were happening, and this was the big smackdown moment from Tulsi Gabbard, when she called out Kamala Harris for withholding DNA evidence that would have kept people off of death row. When she has a record of being extremely hard on nonviolent drug offenses. Mm-hmm. And what was the other big one? Well, there's this other Republican talking point where it's like, yeah, she locked people up for marijuana, but when asked about marijuana, she laughed it off. It's like, yeah, categorically that's true, but also like you put anybody else in that situation, they're probably going to react the same way. Because what the fuck do you say to that? You know what I mean? That's like saying back in the 20s.
Tulsi Gabbard's a Russian plant. That's what I say to that.
No, the fuck she is not. You don't actually believe that, do you?
No, yeah, absolutely. She's a Russian plant because the way she.
Whoa, no! You're telling me that somebody that's been serving.
Hold on.
No. Someone who's been serving in the National Guard. What the fuck, dude?
Noah, you can. Why are you getting upset, bro? Just talk.
That's like.
Go ahead.
He's lecturing me about propaganda, and he's turning around and saying that Tulsi Gabbard's a Russian agent. Like, why not? I've heard a lot of good things about you, and I trust Buck's judgment, but I cannot believe that you
don't get to come at me. You don't get to come at me personally. You either go at what I said, or you don't go at all.
Okay, yeah, what you said is stupid.
We're not gonna do ad hominem here.
In what universe? In what universe? Okay, so every single Russian accusation against the American government in the last 10 years has been categorically false and it has been proven wrong. Let's start with the one you just brought up.
What?
Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian agent is not fucking true, because are you telling me that the U.S. military, let alone the Pentagon, won't run a background?
She works for RT. What are you talking about?
Explain that, because I'm not sure what you just said.
Russia Today, RT.
Okay.
RT had a media outlet here in the United States. Mm-hmm. They were utilizing people from America, a bunch of people, on both sides of the fence. Because Russians have always used both sides of the fence. They've used liberals and they've used conservatives to play games with people's minds, to sow discord and distrust amongst the American people. And Tulsi Gabbard was one of those people.
So what has she done in favor of Vladimir Putin?
Anytime she's sowing discord and distrust amongst American people, especially if she's spreading lies.
Please show me one video where she's not saying
like it was valid.
Show me one video where Tulsi Gabbard is spreading Russian disinformation.
Well, I'm sure I could show you a bunch, but I don't have access to show you by hand right now.
So you're telling me that somebody with a...
You can't show me because you're on the phone, and therefore it isn't valid. Okay, go ahead.
No, okay, you're telling me that somebody who just got promoted to I believe full-bird colonel, if not lieutenant colonel, someone who has a top secret security clearance, somebody who's a sitting senator in the United States government, thank you, was a sitting senator, right, is a Russian... What?
Yeah, and so was General Flynn. But what's the difference? What difference does it make? None of it makes any difference.
No, that's all bullshit.
You want proof? Here's a proof for you. You want to see some proof? Here's some proof. So in what was it? October of 2001, the CIA, who never says anything, the CIA never talks about anything, never says anything about anything. They put out a memo and said they warned the agents that too many informants were getting killed and being turned into double agents. In 2001, October, guess what happened in 2002? A whole bunch of
Wait, back up a little bit. I didn't hear what you said. Back up a little bit. Back up. What'd you say? So in 2001, what happened?
In 2001, the CIA sent out a top-secret cable warning that agents and informants were being killed or missing. They never talk. Never. And them putting out a memo was out of the ordinary. 2001. So later on in 2002, what did we find? A whole bunch of classified documents in Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago camp that was under no security.
Same thing with Joe Biden. What's your point?
Nah, dude. Ain't no saying with Joe Biden. There's no saying with Joe Biden. What they found in Joe Biden's house were items from his time as a senator when he had clearance.
And
Those
so did
items
President Trump.
Those items weren't highly classified. They were just classified. So, I mean, yeah, you're trying to what about or not what about the both sides thing? It doesn't fit here. Doesn't fit.
So wait, so let's go back to your example in 2001 where this memo came out. Apply that to Tulsi Gabbard.
I'm not applying it to I'm applying. Okay, here's the application to Tulsi Gabbard. You want to believe these people aren't compromised, but they're fully compromised. Trump is fully.
Based on what?
What's that?
Based on what?
Based on what? Based on the fact that after the CIA put out the memo, here you go. Here's all these classified documents that show up in Donald Trump's house.
20 years later?
There's a basis. All the documents showed up. They were there. Highly classified. Super secret classified.
Your argument's falling apart in itself. What are you talking about?
No, it doesn't.
So what I'm hold on, let me hold up.
I wish it would.
So
I wish his argument would fall apart.
Hold up, guy.
Hold on one second,
all of the actions I need.
Hold up, guy. So
what's up?
I'm looking up while you guys were talking, I was looking this up because I remember this very well, especially in 2022. Depends on who you ask and what people believe. It's like you have some people who will pull up her tweets on her basically bashing Biden and saying he should have bowed down to the Russians, and some people took that as she's a Russian apologist. Then you have the other people who are saying what Noah's saying. There's no way, that's just crazy because of her clearance and what she's done for the country and how she served the country.
Well, can I also levy another point against why she's not a Russian agent?
Hold on. Because I want to get past this because this ain't even what I was fucking talking about. So with that point, nobody's going to get anywhere with that because I really believe it's whoever's ideology, you're going to believe whatever you want to believe.
But they started accusing her of being a Russian agent after she took down Kamala Harris, who had the biggest donor support of the Democratic ticket.
No,
she'd make the,
that's not. I just read it. It didn't come from that. It came from her tweets where people took when she said Biden should have just bowed down to the Russians and people ran with it. That's what I'm looking at. But let me go back to what the original question was, which was, and I want you to answer it because Guy Harris did, unless you're saying that you said you didn't really
Oh, yeah, the original question was
of Kamala Harris locking up an exorbitant amount of black people for marijuana, drugs, and, that was a lot of why people say, well, if you're a person of color, you should not vote for her because of what she did in California.
Right. So kind of like I want to call back a little bit to what I said at the beginning of the podcast, like very, very beginning. I like starting my arguments big and kind of narrowing it in. Statistically speaking, as far as I know, there is a disproportionate amount of black men that get arrested for nonviolent drug offenses. And quite frankly, I think that nobody should be arrested for nonviolent drug offenses, especially when that's not true. When it comes to stuff like you just have a little bit of weed on you, or you're caught smoking in public, or just stupid shit like that, like possession of like however many ounces, or like the stupid ones, right? We all know what it is when you see it. But then bringing that down to Kamala Harris in California, I mean, if that is the truth, that she locked up a disproportionate amount of black men for possession.
And the only reason why I bring this up is because I know Trump. This was one of the things that
because
he
they call her a
say.
race traitor. No, I've seen that.
He actually said it out of his mouth that she's locked up thousands and thousands of black men.
And I think personally, if you're looking into something like that, that needs to go down to a case by case basis. And when you start, and again, it's a matter of common denominators. So if you're looking into all these cases and you find that there was an incredibly high amounts of like the lack of evidence in all these cases where she was locking people up. If it is true that she was withholding DNA evidence that would have kept people off of death row or possibly exonerated them, that's very ugly, and patterns are patterns for a reason. But on the other hand, there is credence to what Guy Harris was saying about like when you're in that system and you're bound to the law, you know, color of your skin shouldn't matter. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, then that obviously doesn't apply to the rest of the country because again, a disproportionate amount of African Americans and not just men, but African Americans get locked up for nonviolent drug offenses.
Well,
so I don't know.
Wait a minute. Hold up, guy, because I want to say something. So the reason why I bring this up is because I think a lot of people, whoever they follow, they will take what they say as gospel without actually doing research.
Which is why I hate MAGA.
Yeah, because when someone told me that, I was like, oh, that's fucked up. But then when I looked it up, it wasn't true. And so that's why I was asking Guy how he felt about it. And I like that he didn't even go into it. He was just like, well, whatever she did, she was doing her job. And I also like what you said, because you were like, okay, if she did, I like that you said, you didn't just say, well, Trump said it, then it's
because I'm not fucking MAGA.
Right.
Like and that's my issue with MAGA Republicans. I'll say this very quickly. That's my issue with MAGA Republicans the same way that it's my issue with the hyper leftist individuals. Like it's a cult of personality and they take what they say as gospel and it's 90% of it just isn't fucking.
But let me ask you a question though. And this goes for you too, Guy. This isn't a Trump question. This is for both candidates. Give me something, like, Guy, that Kamala Harris is championing or she's behind that you don't agree with.
There's not much because she understands government.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she understands government means that she understands how things work and how things operate. I mean,
that's not an independent thinker.
Hold on, let him answer it. Let him answer it. Go ahead.
I said that's not an independent thinker, man.
But hold on, Larry. There's no right or wrong answer to that.
Larry,
there's no right or wrong answer to that. I just wanted to know. Go ahead.
So yeah, I mean, there's going to be individual items of areas of subjects and topics that aren't going to fit with me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially when it comes to financial issues. I work in the finance industry. When it comes to issues of African Americans and how race is in this country, there's no getting around it. But there's nothing that she can do at the moment. It's a matter of people's minds being changed. Like Noah said earlier, they were calling her a race traitor. Well, yeah, good. That's a good thing to have. Being called a race traitor is a badge of honor because that means you have rejected the false social construct of race, which is a Western European social construct.
I've seen you say that a lot.
You're not a racist at that point.
Right.
So that's great, yeah. But statistically speaking, let's talk about that.
Hold up.
There's no statistical significance between African Americans and European Americans when it comes to crime.
Guy, hold up. Before you get to that, hold up, because I don't want to change the subject. I got to ask Noah the same question. You told me or us your displeasure with MAGA, but I'm talking about Donald Trump himself. Give me the one thing you do not agree on that he stands on or he champions.
Israel.
Okay.
110% Israel. And I'll get this down to bullet points because I could go for fucking half an hour on this.
Yeah, just make it
But my
broad.
issue with it, and this is a governmental issue, and this is a problem that no matter who gets elected, I firmly believe this based on action. whether it's Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, the Israel issue will not get any better. And the reason why that is two things: Benjamin Netanyahu and AIPAC. Mm-hmm. So for everyone listening that doesn't know what the term AIPAC is a lobbying committee that's in our government. That's the American Israeli Political Action Committee. And for people, and I encourage everyone who's listening to this and going to listen to this, please go look this up. Every single one of our Congress men and women, they have a member of AIPAC assigned to them that basically.
Okay. Hey, no, I think you're going off into something very sideways with AIPAC. Man. You know what the reality is that the foundation of the government of Israel occurred in 1948. The exact same time that America was still engaged in apartheid.
Okay, but can I finish my point?
Israel is engaging in apartheid as well with their attacks on the Palestinian people and the way they approach it.
I feel like we agree on this.
That's the foundation of it. Everything else since then is just politics.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know where we were going with that last part, but I agree with you. So fundamentally speaking, and it's not. You could switch out Israel for any country in this specific instance.
Not in this one. Israel can't be switched out because of the way that Israel was founded.
Yep.
That's true.
Okay,
I agree with
that's true.
Can I finish my point?
Go ahead.
Okay. My point is that there should not be a foreign lobbying committee in our government. There should not be a German lobbying committee. There shouldn't be a French lobbying committee. There shouldn't be an Italian lobbying committee, anything like that. But the fact of the matter right now is that there is a foreign country's lobbying committee in our government that is auditing each and every one of our Congress people to figure out whether or not they align with Israel. And if you don't align with Israel, you potentially lose your career. And don't take it from me. Take it from
But hold up. I think what you're doing. So I think Guy went to the origin. You're given the later portion.
I want to finish
my
point.
Go ahead.
So right now, and Donald Trump said it in an interview like 2 months ago, where he was like, back in the day, you could never say anything bad about Israel. That was such a good thing, but now you can say all these bad things about it. So it's so horrible. You can say bad things about Israel. Like, fuck you, dude.
Okay.
You should be able to.
Did you forget that Netanyahu came and spoke before the House of Congress?
Yeah, and he lied us into 9/11, or lied us into Iraq and Afghanistan.
The behest of the Republican Party.
Yes, I agree. Yes, AIPAC is bad.
But why are you listening to Donald Trump after that? I mean, honestly, I don't get it.
But that's what I don't.
If you don't like the foreign influence on Congress, which Netanyahu entered and gain foreign influence on Congress, and they're completely compromised that way. If you don't like it, then why are you supporting the people who are right behind it?
But
they're the ones inviting them in.
But that's my point.
That I don't understand.
But that's my point, is that no matter who we elect, it's going to stay an issue. Can I fucking finish? Okay. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris co-signed this. Joe Biden said that they are going to back Israel, and they are going to allow Israel to do whatever they need to do to protect themselves. And if we're just speaking strictly on numbers, what's going on right now in Gaza is not just protecting yourself. It is enacting a categorical genocide.
Yep.
When you have north of 50,000 innocent civilians dead,
that's true.
And you have what? Let's be liberal with it and say 1,500 Israelis that got killed. Look, what happened October 7th was a horrible act of terrorism, and Israel had every right to defend themselves. Now, we could go into the weeds about that, but I don't think we have time to. But my point is that no matter who...
Honestly, every American government has supported the defense of Israel since the founding of Israel in 1948.
Yes.
And it's not good.
And that's that's written.
Because
yeah.
every country...
Get your mic, Larry. We can't hear you.
You know why? Because every country that the Palestinians have been in have tried to either do run terrorist organizations.
Oh my God, Larry, no, don't do that, please.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Guy on that one. I don't think when you're talking about terrorism.
I mean, we want to go back in time.
Okay, but you can apply that to America, though.
That's what I say.
Apply it to everything.
America.
You can't speak.
We're the leaders.
You cannot have.
But you're going back.
But you can't. But you can't have a good. You can't have a good conversation about terrorism when you're talking in pejoratives. Because I hate the fucking argument that there is no innocent Palestinian. Because then it's like, okay, guess what? There's no fucking innocent Israeli. And according to Osama bin Laden and the Afghans, there's no innocent American.
All this is doing is making generational hate towards everybody.
Yes.
On the Palestinian side.
I can't hear you.
It's terrorist math. When you kill one,
it's just making. I understand that. Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the history of what has happened. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So let me do this.
So that's my issue. That's my issue with Donald Trump. Is his support of Israel.
Okay. Here's my last thing. Last thing, fellas. I got to bring up two big things: race and the border.
Yeah.
Race.
How are we not going to talk about COVID?
Race and the border. Nah, COVID ain't.
Oh, that's easy.
Wait.
That's completely easy.
Race and the border are two things that are tearing this country apart. There's a lot of shit that is. Me personally, I think that is one of the biggest divides, right? And I'll start with you, Noah.
Sure.
I'm not even going to ask a question. I want you to tell me if it's important, why it's important when it comes to Donald Trump.
So, okay. So with the thing with immigration, what I don't like, just on its surface level, is that when Biden came into office, they repealed like the 91 or 94 immigration laws that Donald Trump had put into place, right? And they repealed it in 4 days. Now, just on its face, if that is true, I don't think, just like with everything else in government, they've actually thoroughly audited what they were repealing. And the fact of the matter right now is that our immigration that's happening in our country there are more immigrants coming to our country right now illegally than there were under Trump. And which is I just find it, I'm not going to use anything inflammatory, but I just find it interesting because one of the big knocks that the Republicans had on Obama was that he was big on deportation. And
biggest deporter in the whole
forever. Right. So my point exactly. So the fact that it right now, like it came up with the whole JD Vance conversation, a couple of conversations that he's had where they're now using this app where it used to be used for shipping, but now it's used for like scheduling immigrations into America. If that is true, that's not fucking great. But then you start seeing these examples.
Wait, hold on.
But then you start seeing these examples of like in Colorado where these Venezuelan gangs are taking over apartment complexes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want you to tell me what you know is true, because when you say if that is true, that leaves too much to the imagination.
Okay.
I want to know.
Because at this point, we can't trust anything.
I want to know, like, what you. I don't want to hear because the reason why we're here, the PC shit don't matter.
You want an opinion?
Yes, I want. Yeah. I don't want to know I want to know what you feel on it.
Yeah. So what I feel about immigration is that, well, let's just state the obvious: the immigration system in this country is broken. It's been broken for decades. That's just a matter of fact. So like I was saying, like my buddy that was in the chat, he's an immigrant. I am a lot of my friends.
Shout out to Alejandro Rojas.
A lot of my friends, because I went to a military school. The long story short about that school was we have a lot of, let's just say Latin immigrants that come in, Latina immigrants that come to that school for an education. And these are people that have busted their ass to get student visas, that have busted their ass, their parents have busted their ass to get them into this country properly so they can get a good education and get a good future. Now, when we have millions upon millions of immigrants coming into this country illegally, and you have everything from the incidents in Aurora, Colorado, where the Venezuelan gangs are taking over apartment complexes, where you have small towns like Springfield, where these are small towns that are only like tens of thousands of people, and you inject 15 to 20,000 immigrants, you're ballooning up the population, and you extrapolate that out to the rest of the country. When these immigrants come in and they're being afforded social services that should be going to real Americans, that's not good. Like, in my opinion, look, and I'll say this before I say my point, the criminal justice system in this country is also broken. However, when done correctly, the criminal justice system, meaning innocent until proven guilty, that is a system that should be afforded to only Americans. If you are a illegal immigrant, and you come into this country and you're caught breaking the law, you shouldn't be fucking put before a court. You should be sent back to your country of origin. Yeah. That should be the policy. Like the idea that we're just okay with a bunch of immigrants coming in and just getting let loose into this country. I need to look more into it, but I'm reading a lot right now about the amnesty issues that are happening, and that's a big reason why the immigration bill that was put forward by the Democrats that got shot down by the Republicans was a big part of that was amnesty. It was like we're allowed 2 to 2.5 million Americans to come into this country and then get amnesty, and it's like okay, it's the catch and release into America where it's like okay. We're gonna get you. We're gonna put you into our system, and then you have a court date in a few years. None of them are gonna fucking show up. I mean, look at New Mexico right now, where we have basically a catch and release law with criminals here, where it's like the release on your own recognizance or whatever.
ROR.
ROR. Right, so it's like okay, we're gonna release you, and you have to come back to your court date in however many months or years. No criminal again. Key word being criminal. No criminal is going to show up for that court date because why the fuck would they?
I had fucking traffic tickets that didn't show up. You know how long I drove dirty for?
Yeah, so it's like, well, there we go.
Can I stop you there because I mean
wait, guy, hold on.
We should. I'll end it here.
Wait, no, because he can't. He didn't answer the second part.
Oh, okay, what's the second?
That was the border issue. I'm talking about the race issue too.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So, and I'm specifically speaking on that because we had a conversation and you were asking me, and I said I had 3 reasons why I wasn't voting for Trump.
Yeah.
One of them was the birther thing that he pulled on
Obama.
Yeah. And I believe he tried to do the same shit with Kamala when he tried to pull that.
He didn't try it, but the people around him tried.
And he did. He championed it.
No,
he did. He's on the record and saying she's not black and all of this other stuff.
But that's different than saying you weren't born in this country.
Hold on. That's still 2 lies. That's what I'm saying.
You're talking about
no, Larry. No, I'm just saying me personally. There's nothing. Nobody can change my mind on the birther issue, the birth certificate shit, and him trying to tell people, oh, she's not a black woman. So what do you think is the importance of race when it comes to Donald Trump and the people who will vote for him?
Sure. So I don't believe that Donald Trump is a racist. I
don't think so either.
I think that's a narrative.
He's an opportunist.
Much like the Donald Trump is Hitler narrative that's being pushed by the corporate media. I don't believe that for a fucking second. I think it's inflammatory. And if you believe that Donald Trump is a racist or you believe that he's Hitler, I mean, God help you, man. You gotta that's not true. But as far as I need to understand your question a little bit better. So how race applies to the Republican Party?
Yes. No, I didn't say the Republican Party.
No, I'm trying to understand the question.
So here's what I'm asking. How important is race when it comes to the people who vote for Donald Trump?
I don't really by and large, I don't think that it is.
And okay, that's it. I have no.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that it is.
Okay,
now I'm gonna say I don't know because
talking to the mic, we can't.
I'm gonna say I don't know because I mean I'm sure yes. Mm-hmm. I'm sure race in some communities has a purpose for Donald Trump being president. Yes.
Okay.
In some communities, not all.
Got you.
Not all of the people that are voting for Trump, and definitely, I would say probably. I'll say 20 to 25%. I would say of Trump supporters are voting for him because he's white.
It's so much lower than that. I think.
How much lower do you think?
I think if it's north of 8%, I'll be shocked.
Huh.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait, Guy. Hold up. Let me say something and I'll put it to Guy. The reason why, because I say this, one of the points of why I will not vote for Donald Trump is because I know everyone who is voting for Donald Trump is not racist. I know that. But I will say everyone who is racist is voting for Donald Trump, and I can't align myself with that. And so, Guy Harris, I want you to answer the same question about the importance of the border and also race when it comes to Kamala Harris?
Oh, the border. Oh, race. Okay. I'll let me start on the border because there's a fundamental thing you have to understand about the United States Constitution. The United States Constitution applies under all lands that are controlled by the United States. That includes Guantanamo Bay. So anything that happens and occurs there falls under constitutional responsibility. So any laws that are broken there are broken in the United States. Anybody who lands on the United States shores are covered under laws of the United States. So when immigrants come here, be they legally or illegally, they are all covered under the Constitution of the United States, regardless of what your opinion is. Secondly, the people that are coming in from the border are all from generally North America, which includes Mexico. Mm-hmm. And then some parts of Central and South America.
Venezuela.
These are, I'm sorry?
Venezuela?
Okay, South America. Venezuela, South America.
Yeah, I know that, but it's mostly Venezuela and Ecuador.
Okay, Larry. Doesn't matter. These people are native to these lands.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Larry. Go ahead, Guy. Go ahead.
Okay, Larry. So it doesn't. These people are native to these lands. They're coming up to see family. They're not coming. They have family here. They are related to people here. This is their land. Western European colonization has the belief that these people are invading, but they're not. Mm-hmm. They're home. The invaders are the Western Europeans. Wow. And there's a whole function of great replacement theory, Nordic theory, that goes behind this. There's no wow that necessary. This is all facts. Not like I've made this stuff up. Got to understand, the Western European social construct of race is a Western European social construct, founded on the Iberian Peninsula in 1490, and it was brought here by the Spanish, the Portuguese, and then the northwestern Europeans. Their idea is they are superior to all other people, regardless of where they come from. If they're not European, they utilize race to combine and kill the ideas of ethnicity. There are various ethnicities in Europe. There are fantastic ethnicities in Europe. But when they come here and they take on the role and belief of race, they start to believe that all these people who are not Western European are coming to get them. They're coming after us. The things that we did in the past, they're coming back at us. We don't want that to happen. We don't want these lands to be taken over by them. We want our own worlds to be. So that race function is central to the immigration issue.
Oh, I understand your question now. Okay, that's why you're asking it. Okay, I just understand the question. Okay, I see where you're coming from. Okay, yep. I understand the train of thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So on top of that, when you talked about the Republican Party in race, you have to you have to read and understand the 1948 Southern Democratic States' Rights Summit Southern Democrat Party platform, 1948. You'll have a better understanding of how modern day Republicans are because it's that platform that they follow. These people were called the Dixiecrats. They nominated Strom Thurmond to be their presidential candidate.
He was South Carolina, right?
What's that?
He was South Carolina, right?
Yeah. Lindsey Graham sits in his seat now.
Yeah.
In 1964, he became a Republican behind Barry Goldwater. And so the Dixiecrat infestation in the Republican Party is central to Republican Party ideals. So race is central to Republican Party ideals. Strom Thurmond was a strong segregationist. George Wallace, think that. So if you're wondering where race fits in, you'll have to see how the Republican Party platform utilizes things like, we want to eliminate the Department of Education. Why? Because the Department of Education helps equalize funding across states for students, which means that African-American children get an equal opportunity to get educated along with European-American children. That's why they want to eliminate it, because they want the discrepancies and disparities to continue to exist. the tax dollars, the property tax thing. They want education to be funded through tax dollars on property taxes and not a state-funded tax because, again, if you've got a lot of money, you're generally European American because of a long line of history of free land given to European Americans leading up to the late 1800s, through the Homestead Acts and the Headright Acts. So free land, low-cost land.
All right.
Wait, hold
They
on.
have resources. So property tax funding for schools guarantees that European American children have a better school outcome.
Okay, Guy. So let me tell you guys how I feel when it comes to immigration. It's very simple. It's not high level. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I feel like America was built basically on immigration, illegal and legal. And I don't feel like it should be to the point where we're just like, whoa, wait a minute. That's how I feel. Kind of like what Guy was saying. This is how I feel. We have the greatest country in the world. There is no way you can be this close to this country and not try to get here and make a better life. I do not fundamentally believe everybody who comes here illegally are thug gang members and all that stuff. Are there some? Yes, but there are Americans who are the same. Is there a better way to do it? Yes, but I just don't think of painting a broad brush over everyone the same is right. Because if it wasn't for immigration illegally, if it wasn't for illegal immigration, none of us would be here.
No, I would be here.
I'd be here. I'm
See what I'm
Delaware
saying?
Indian.
Well, I'm just saying, when I say us, I don't mean the natives.
Man, you guys were conquered. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh, God,
motherfucker
shut up, Larry.
motherfucker didn't ask to come over here. Like, that's what I'm saying. So that's how I feel. But we only got 10 minutes, and this is for Sarah Kennedy. I want you guys 5 minutes apiece. Talk to me about how you feel about Project 2025, and I want you to tell me why you don't think Trump as a part of that, and I want Guy Harris to tell me why he does think Trump is a part of that.
So
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
one of the weaknesses of the Republican Party is message discipline. A lot of them just can't get on the same page for a lot of things, and that's why it's hard to nail down what a lot of these people really, because like even just in a microcosm of it, look at how J.D. Vance looks at legalizing marijuana and how Trump looks at legalizing marijuana. Trump kind of dodges the question, and J.D. Vance has very strictly said, I'm open to it. So then that's what the Democrats on the left have. For all of their faults, one of the best things they have is message discipline. Everything from the top of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, all the way down to local news stations. There's compilation on compilation of them all saying the same exact talking points against Trump, for Kamala Harris, for Biden, whatever. So I say that as an example because the one thing that the Republican Party has been in unison about, like the main figureheads about it, has been Project 25 and denouncing it. I have not read Project 2025. I have heard the highlights of it. I've heard like these absolutely horrific things about how like they're going to track your movement or some shit if you're going to try to get an abortion, or how like if like a lot of the left talking points about Project 2025 centers around the abortion and the women's reproductive rights issue. And if half that shit is true, Project 2025 is fucking horrible. I have not read it. I have not researched it. I don't think that project, from what I understand, it was created by the Heritage Foundation or some shit like that.
Yes.
Right? And which is basically a right-wing.
And it was published by Trump's former administrative officials in partnership with the Heritage Foundation.
Yeah. So I don't believe that. Okay, with a lot of other things that Donald Trump has not read, I don't believe that Donald Trump has read half of this 900-page document of Project 2025. I don't believe that the Republican Party.
Do you think it should be something he does read? Because if people are linking him and his people to him,
I think
You don't read.
yeah, exactly. I agree. No, yeah, that's I agree with that too. I think it's
because I'll just give you the high level thing is it poses abortion, reproductive rights, LGBTQ rights, immigrant rights, and racial equity.
Yeah, the idea that like the Republicans, and it's the boogeyman thing, right? Where the Republicans, if they gain the White House again, they're gonna like get rid of gay marriage and they're gonna make a total abortion ban and they're gonna do all the. I don't believe that any of that's going to happen because they've done nothing. Even when Trump was in office, they've done nothing to show the American public that they're actually going to like completely ban abortion or that they're going to get rid of gay marriage. Like that's
yeah, they did.
Hold on.
How did okay?
Hold on. Wait.
Anyway,
go ahead.
So I think
you got about like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
And then
So I think that I think the Trump administration is going about it the right way by completely separating themselves from it and saying that it's not a part of our campaign. It's not a part of if we end up getting the White House. It's not going to be part of Trump's presidency. Yeah, I think they're going about it the right way by just distancing themselves from it. Because, and again, there's also, because I believe this argument as well, where you believe about 70% of what politicians say. But just because they are all in such strict unison about we are not a part of this and we're not championing this, and again, like you said about the abortion and reproductive rights, right. Trump and Vance and all of them have said over and over and over again that they are not going to implement a total abortion ban. I don't put a whole lot of credence into Project 2025. Mm-hmm. I just think it's a right-wing think tank, and again, I think that understandably, I'll leave it here. Understandably so, I think the corporate media on the left side of the aisle has taken that and ran with it as this big thing to hit the Republicans with. And again, I understand it. I recognize the strategy, but I'm not for it. But just like in the same vein.
One last thing though, does that scare you though, as being a Trump supporter that's held over his head?
No, because it's in the same category as calling Trump Hitler. Like it's not.
So?
It's not sticking with the American people. It's a fun thing to like pop your head about with the longer you talk about it for 30 seconds, it's like, eh.
So one last thing. What do you think about people who aren't as deeply into it as you, who are uneducated? That to me, that makes it dangerous as fuck.
Well, I think
because America is not as smart as people.
Well, right. Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, right, but it's and that's why I bring up the analogy to calling Trump Hitler. Like, it's just people don't buy it because he's not Hitler. He's not going to put in a fucking. Well, some people do believe, of course, on the far left that he's going to put in a total abortion ban, but he's not going to. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just think it's one of those talking points that's just not, and that's why you hear less and less of it in the last. In the last 30 to 45 days leading up to the election day. That's why you don't hear about it as much because they realize that it's not.
I agree with that. I haven't heard of it as much as I did earlier.
It's not sticking.
Okay.
It's
now
not a thing.
Let Guy Harris, you got 5 minutes. Go ahead.
That's some high power self delusion, man. That's some good shit, though. I gotta love it. You gotta love it there. It's hilarious as shit. Okay, so I don't believe that they're gonna do abortion, right? No, you gotta understand. It was the Heritage Foundation that gave Donald Trump the names of the Supreme Court justices that are in that took down Roe. So if you're wondering how they're going to go with abortion, they're going to go with abortion nationwide.
Let them talk.
It's not going to be a game. And everything that you see in Project 2025, they're going to try to implement. No question.
And you're saying by the way of the Supreme Court justices, right? Because you're saying
I'm saying by the way that the Heritage Foundation has been central to the Republican Party's approach to governance.
Okay, gotcha.
They relied on the Heritage Foundation for their knowledge and understanding of how they approach conservative governance for a very, very long time. I mean, shit, back to Alito. Let's just put it that way. Back to Alito, not Alito. Oh, goodness gracious. The other guy, I can't remember his name. I'll remember it later. Mm-hmm. But yes, they've been involved in this for decades. Mm-hmm. And they've been involved in the Republican Party for decades. They've been funding the Republican Party. They've been providing all their talking points for years. This is just another one along a long line. So if you have this belief in your head that they're not going to do those things they said they're going to do in Project 2025, you're fooling yourself because they've been there the whole time. Mm. So that's that piece. What was the rest of? What's the first question? What's the question about?
No, that was it. I wanted you to talk about
Project 2025.
Project 2025 and how you feel that it is connected to Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's all connected. Donald Trump's going to lie and say that he doesn't know anything about it as long as he wants to. But all the people around him, again, it was written by all the people around him, all of his advisors, all the people that he had in his cabinet and beyond. They were all a part of it. These people are connected within the Republican Party.
Yeah, but Donald Trump did run as a Democrat to begin with. I think he's just an opportunist.
Donald Trump did not run as a Democrat. Donald Trump registered as
as a registered Democrat, exactly. But I think he's just an opportunist that's seeing an opportunity. That's all.
But that's scary though. That's a lot of.
All that means.
Go ahead.
All that means is he actually doesn't have policies of his own, and he doesn't. He doesn't have any policies of his own. People talk about Trump policies, but they don't really truly exist. You talk about executive orders being overturned. Those are executive orders. Those are not laws. Mm-hmm. They can be overturned by the next president. That's how government works. Yep. These things, people have to understand some basic things about government, some basic things about political parties before they go into the voting booth. And it's important for you to do some real research and don't let yourself get taken. I don't listen to anybody. If I see something, I always check it with a few other sources before I believe it. Mm-hmm. It's not even about belief. It's either a fact or it isn't. My belief has nothing to do with it. This is government. What government is set to? What's that?
I said I just can't get over the fact that
Mike.
I just can't get over the fact that there's absolutely nothing you can think of that Kamala Harris isn't qualified for to be a president, or anything that bothers you about her.
No, that wasn't the question.
No, I know that, but I just can't believe it.
Well, every person. You're still talking about people, Larry. You're talking about people. Yeah. People are all over the place. I mean, shoot, go downtown. You see how all over the place people are? You want any of these people to be president? No, I don't want those people to be president. They're out there, and it's good because they have to be 35. Because if they were 25, they'd be jacking up America if they were president.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
We wanted the most biased Harris supporter, or the most gung-ho Harris supporter there is, and here we go.
Oh, no, it's not that I don't have gung-ho, but that's gung-ho for me. I don't know about you, Larry. That's super gung-ho for me,
bro.
Well, that's you, homie. That's how that is for you. The reason why you're like that is because you have been told a bunch of things about government, that it's your enemy, that it's all kinds of other things. But the reality is that the government is you. When the people are the first 3 words of the United States Constitution, then the government is YOU.
Fuck all that.
If you don't like it, run.
Fuck all that.
That's the issue, man.
All right, so hold on. So, hey, Guy, I want to say, first of all, thank you
so much, Guy.
Thanks for calling in, bro. I know it was last minute, but I appreciate you calling in. I knew you'd be a good caller, a lot of information, and you can hold your own too, bro. And also, I wanted to say thank you to Noah, because Noah was you were watching us when I said I wanted this to happen. And I'm going to tell y'all this. We didn't do this to change nobody's mind because we knew we wasn't going to do it.
You ain't changing nobody's mind.
My thing is, I love fucking debates. I love how people come at it. I love the passion. I love the entertainment. I love to see how someone can get real eloquent or just get real hood with shit. Yeah. I love it, bro. I love it. But I want to say thank you to both you fellas. And then y'all say thank you to each other, man.
Yeah, no, this was a lot of fun. I like talking politics. This was a lot of fun. Thank you very much. This was a lot of fun. I was waiting for you guys to finish. I don't want to clog the airway.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, this was good.
For sure. All right, guy. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace.
Yep. Good shit, y'all.
You didn't get the same thing back.
Good shit, y'all. So
you didn't get the same thing back. No, thank you. No, nothing. Damn, bro.
He did, bro.
I thought he said
no, he didn't.
Yes, he did, Larry. He said thanks, man. Look at Larry. Larry wants to keep that division, bro. Listen to him. Larry wants to keep that angst.
Gotta keep it going.
All right, y'all, because I wanted to get that over because we got about 30 minutes left, and we got to fucking address Noah Vargas being the worst comic in the fucking city.
Yes, we
as
do,
told
my friend.
to us by our guest last week, Eunice.
Can I put
so Eunice, let me preface this for people who didn't see this, because I know you got a lot of people watching.
Yeah.
Noah, and you're here, so you're gonna get the same fucking question. Every time I have a comedian on here, we ask, who's your top 3?
Yeah.
Who's the worst 3? So we got to the last who's the worst 3, because I waited. Because when I asked her, hold on. When I asked her,
I'm just prepping it, bro.
When I asked her the best 3, that's the easy one. People
is
pick.
It though?
For some people it is, because some people will pick their friends or people who they like. But when you ask who's the worst, nobody really cares who's watching until you say who's the worst.
I don't care who's watching.
Because whenever you name the worst, they pop up like the Undertaker. They're like, you rang, like that type of shit. But I waited to ask her because she had gotten loose then. She had gotten comfortable with me and Larry.
You did it the right way.
And so I said,
Jesus Christ.
1, 2, 3, right? I said, give me the 3. She says, number 1.
With no Chicana accent, by the way.
Did she start with 3, didn't she?
No, she started with 1. No, she started with 1.
Okay.
I've watched that.
She said, number 1, Noah Vargas. And then I said, well, it took her a little bit. But once she said your name, I said,
Mexican accent.
I said,
she said Noah Vargas.
No. There was no Vargas, none of that shit.
Noah Vargas.
She said it like I said, Noah Vargas.
Yep.
And I said, it's so funny when people say the name, you never have to ask why, because they just go straight into it.
Right.
And she was like, Noah Vargas, he hosted, he was trash, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, my. We're going to have...
No, let's put this into perspective.
Okay.
How long you been doing stand-up, Noah?
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
How long? We'll find out how long she's been.
She said she's been doing it 8 years.
8 years.
I remember.
Yep, 8
You
years.
know I don't forget shit.
No, you don't forget. You got the Rolodex.
So she said 8, and when your name came up, I was like, oh, shit, she went. So, before we get your reaction, and you're here, Larry, she was talking about how she went
on Kill Tony.
The infamous Kill Tony.
And she also talked about how it was.
She said it was rigged.
It was rigged.
So I already had my feelers up because I'm a comedian. When 2 things that comedians do.
Well, I told you. I was
Larry's like, oh, but when she was here, I may not react, but I listen. When comedians say 1 or 2 things, that something's rigged or the crowd, I know they bombed, bro. I know it.
Ain't nothing about comedy's rigged.
And I want to know. So I was like, I actually kind of forgot about it. Larry.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
I fucking saw it, and I was like, oh, buddy.
So here it is. Are you going to play it?
Yep.
Oh, you got it queued up for everybody?
Yep, we're queued up.
Okay, let's be quiet and watch. This was our last week's guest, Eunice.
On Kill Tony.
This was her set.
Martinez.
Eunice Martinez.
Goddamn, make some noise for Valerie Vaughn. Jesus fucking Christ.
Just watch. I don't know if you've seen this. But let's watch it again.
I watch Kill Tony every week.
Thank you. Oh, man. Speaking of grifty and a lot of chats going missing, I'm what's known as a recovering MILF, mangling, muff muncher. Weird way to say that. I date guys now. And I've gone to therapy for my grandma issues.
Oh, it's uncomfortable.
I love it.
I know you're not in therapy. That's why we're here together, all right? And with that in mind, I gotta tell you, I'm so impressed with the lineup I've seen and with like the people coming and going. Because being in Albuquerque right now, the only thing I see coming and going is the stuff out of my yard.
Here it comes.
And a lot of that has to do with it getting warmer outside, and there's a great migration happening from our war zone up to the Sandias. A lot of you were mad because of unhomed.
No, wait.
But I'm not going to talk about pussy no more. Thank you.
Eunice.
No. Keep playing it. Roast her for her miscarriage.
Wait.
Okay.
Right.
How do you feel like that went?
I got booed by the men that aren't familiar with pussy, I guess. I don't know.
Ooh, I like that.
Attack
the audience.
The crowd.
We're attacked because they're wrong.
laughing.
You're right. No. You're funny.
Let it go.
Do you want me to take my shirt off or something?
No. They definitely don't want that.
She tried it.
No.
I'll do it.
No.
Dude was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's get some entertainment.
No.
I wanted that fat guy to take his shirt off earlier.
Shout out Harlan Williams.
I actually have been doing it for like 8 years and improving.
Oh, shit.
I'm open to learning.
I'm open to learning. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Nothing you said made any sense. A recovering MILF? What does that mean?
A recovering MILF mangling muncher
that
is
mouth
a
is
term
dry
that
as hell
I
right
came up
now,
with, but basically, I like old ladies. I like gray hair on my pussy is what I am saying when I eat it.
You're a lesbian.
I was for a long time, yeah. And
Yo,
then
fast
now
forward a
they're
little bit
calling
to where
it just
they,
like pansexual.
to where she asked for a
hold on,
kiss.
hold
They just press the forward. She asked for a kiss, dude. It's so bad.
But you're a recovering
Let it
MILF.
roll,
You
let
have a
it roll.
kid.
No, I actually lost it in February. That's why I still have the pouch.
You lost what?
The kid, it was an overachiever, jumped out before time.
This is a train.
Look at
Two miscarriages. It's too
What's it?
antiquated.
You had a miscarriage in
Yeah, in February. Yeah. I wish
Sorry.
it was a beer good. It's not.
Oh, my
Wow.
God.
That's what happens?
I guess we don't talk about it.
My goodness. How far along was the pregnancy?
Like 4 months. So like right in the half.
Jesus Christ.
I wish this was
And you were
out when
doing
she was
stand-up
here.
during this?
No,
I
I
would've
was actually
tore
a
her up,
baker.
bro.
I probably should have been doing stand-up.
You were baking?
Yeah, I'm a baker by trade.
Obviously, you don't specialize in buns in the oven.
Yeah.
Mine's
Oh,
He's bad. He's bad.
look at the face, bro. The disappointed face. It's horrible.
Very rarely do you
in
get to do a
4K,
baker
bro.
miscarriage joke.
Yeah, that is tonight's new Doritos joke of the night. Now, I do want to ask a personal question. So 4 months in, so did you know it? You know, because I've dealt with a lot of miscarriages on my show. Okay, and usually there's
He's
a
Dr.
feeling
Phil.
that
Dr.
happens
Phil.
when it happens, right? A little bit of, a little pre-fart. Okay. There's a signal, a sign. Did you feel it coming, or did it just kind of you woke up and?
I went to the restroom and I was like, that's not supposed to happen. And yeah.
Can you describe what it was
Weird
like?
sound effect, Red Band. Go ahead.
Like that, kind of like that. When it hit the toilet, I was just like, oh shit.
Wait, the baby went in the fucking. For real?
We don't talk about
Oh my
women's health.
God.
Shout out to
I'm
Corey
sorry.
Holcomb.
Let's talk about it.
He's got a great joke about a kid.
What do you think?
Getting
What do you
flushed.
think caused it? How does this happen? I mean, you're a Mexican woman, right? This is like what?
I'm a lot of things. I'm mixed. I'm like Cameroonian, Puerto Rican, all this other stuff. That's probably why I got confused.
Uh-huh.
Well, the body's a tricky instrument, right? Were you doing anything? You weren't.
They fucking with her
consuming
hard,
stuff
bro.
you shouldn't. Well, pregnant, were you?
Nah.
Keeping it clean.
Yeah.
Now, are you gonna run it back? Or are you trying to find? You said you're recovering. Are you trying to find a new way to get a new baby?
I mean, I was hoping to have my first Las Vegas lady kiss because I've never had that. But I don't
Wait,
know.
here, listen.
No.
All right.
Just no.
She goes, Eunice
What he does-
Martinez.
Wait.
Here's a little joke book. It's actually the size of your baby back in February.
So can I give a quick shout out? Actually,
Gave her a
In the,
zygote joke book.
in the like
There's more jokes. I'm
Yeah.
not going to keep going,
Yeah.
but it's just like.
in the 3% chance that he fucking sees this, fucking shout out to Uncle Laser, dude. That dude is so fucking nice in real life.
Yeah.
And his redemption arc on Kill Tony has
Yeah,
been
he has
phenomenal.
getting fucking trash.
Shout out to fucking Uncle Laser.
No,
He's
I'm
such
gonna
a nice guy.
wait. Fuck that. I'm gonna say shout out to Eunice for even getting the opportunity.
That's right.
Because that right there is the ticket right now. Now, when you get the opportunity,
You gotta
you
not fuck
gotta.
up.
Yeah.
So, Larry, I don't know if it's our podcast. We've had two.
I was gonna say two Albuquerque comedians go on Kill Tony
Yeah.
and they fuck it up.
They bombed.
They
Yeah.
fuck
Jill
it up, and they
Carlson
both-
was the
and they
first.
Both, mind you, they
And
very-
Jill Carlson took that as a fucking
Very-
flag of like
Jill-
getting redemption.
Well, they
Jill,
both-
wait. Jill doesn't run often.
Right.
But she ran a lap when she did.
mind you,
when Tony was
both
fucking
Albuquerque. This is uncanny. Both Albuquerque comedians that have gone on Kill Tony have been women in Las Vegas during Skankfest.
Yeah.
Or no, this is right before Skankfest, but adjacent.
Well,
to
it's
Skankfest.
in the
Like,
realm.
Fuck me, dude.
So okay, let's get to you.
Okay. And obviously, I'm a fanboy. I'm wearing the fucking hat. But, you know.
Yeah, I'm a fanboy.
Who
too.
we just saw
Yeah.
said you
I know.
were the worst
8 years she's been doing it.
of the worst.
8 years.
There are 11 comedians in Albuquerque right now.
Yeah.
She said you, who we just saw,
On a national stage.
Can I be a fanboy for a little bit? And
More
explain
national,
the way I think about it? So here's my
Go
thing.
ahead, go ahead.
Obviously, Kill Tony, just stand-up in general is bigger than it's ever been, but Kill Tony is the biggest fucking stand-up comedy platform.
And that's a big crowd.
Yeah, and it's a huge crowd. But even if you're at the mothership, right? So here's my thing. I get it. Like, it's the big thing to do. Everyone wants to sign up for it and, all that. But, like, if you are a comedian worth a pinch of their salt, if you are signing up for Kill Tony and you really want to do well and you have intention of doing, if you take comedy fucking seriously, let's just be honest. If you take comedy seriously, you know what you're not going to do? You're not going to, first of all, you're not going to not prepare. You have to have your minute prepared. You have to understand what they're going to ask you in the interview and have your interview prepared. And guess what? You're not, because she was so clearly drunk on stage.
Well, not only that, but she just whimmed it.
But you're not going to get fucking plastered and then go in front of millions of people.
Y'all are overstepping what I say.
What's up?
Step
That's how
one.
I feel about it. Like,
what's step one?
Step one, be funny where you're from.
Exactly.
You can't go nowhere else to be funny if you ain't funny where you from. Yeah. I keep telling people this.
Well, she's from Arizona. She said she was funny there.
Well, I'm talking about here.
No, who gives a fuck about that?
I'm saying if you're not funny where you're at, you can't hop on a plane or drive somewhere else because funny travels.
Well, and
funny travels. It don't matter what the crowd look like, who's in the crowd, men, women, white, black, Mexican, Guatemalan. It travels.
Well, can I point out a fundamental?
No, go ahead.
A fundamental flaw, and this is something that I learned from Steph Darnell, because I had a joke that I used to do about.
Did you go to his class?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I did, and it helped me out a lot.
Go ahead.
So I used to have a joke about midget wrestling, and something that was crucial to the joke was using an Albuquerque venue. And when I was working on that joke, the very first thing out of Steph Darnell's mouth was, "Hey, that joke might work in Albuquerque, but you can't take that anywhere else unless you edit that to where the city is, where the room is, whatever. So you need to have good material that's
plugins. I call those plugins.
That's universal. And if you're gonna use it somewhere else, it is imperative that you change it to the city you're in." Yeah. And she went out there and did fucking Albuquerque material, not good Albuquerque material anyway.
Well, they don't even know the references.
But I have to say this: don't put that on Albuquerque because Jill nor Eunice is from Albuquerque.
Yeah, they're both from Colorado.
She used Albuquerque material.
I know, but they're gonna equate it to us. But
Jill's from Colorado.
She's from Colorado.
And Eunice from Arizona.
Yeah.
Or Eunice.
Let's get to this because I see you worked up.
Yeah, dude. I love comedy, dude. I love comedy. We can do another 4-hour podcast on comedy.
So when you heard You Were the Worst by Eunice,
yep,
what did you feel?
I called the show.
No, I don't know. Not what you did. What did you feel?
Honestly, I was like, what the fuck? But I was like, but then I also know A, where I am as a comedian. B, I know within a 90% margin how good and bad I am. And we all have bad nights. Clearly, that was a fucking horrible night. That was a Hindenburg night for her. But I know exactly where I am as a comedian, and I'm not complacent with it, but I'm understanding of it. I've been doing stand-up comedy for a year and a half, just under a year and a half. Mm-hmm. And the fact, what I know, just not to ramble about it, I've had extremely bad nights. Like there was a night 2 months ago at Dry Heat where I did okay for about a minute and a half, and it was 6 minutes of silence and then a little bit of laughs, and I got off.
I'd have been laughing.
But then,
we would have been laughing.
But then I also, the comedians in the back were laughing.
Yeah, we're gonna laugh.
But then I've also had nights. I've had nights where I have, for my skill level and objectively, where I have fucking cracked. And guess what? And guess what? I have that shit on footage.
And you're speaking to what I'm getting to.
I know where I'm at. And every moment, one more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing. I will say this, and I'm very proud of this. For the few major opportunities, major to where I am in stand-up comedy, the few major opportunities that I've had where it was just so crucial that I do well, I have done well. Mm-hmm. And I could not be happier about that.
Let me ask you a question. Does it matter where the source of if you're good or bad is? Does it matter who says it?
No. Well,
stop it.
Stop it, dude. Stop
it. No, it does matter. No, it does matter. No, it does matter.
And that's what I want you to take in consideration.
Because her opinion doesn't matter. If you tell me that I bombed, I'll take that for real.
But you worked up.
Yeah.
Do you feel validation after seeing this?
I didn't feel I felt bad for her, dude. I felt fucking bad. I didn't feel any validation.
I didn't feel bad for it at all. She's been 8 years in the game. She fucking deserved it.
No.
Fuck no.
If you get up on stage and you're unprepared and drunk, you deserve exactly what you fucking get.
That's where I agree with you.
Let me rephrase that.
Because it's a hunger thing.
It's not that I felt bad. Yeah. I felt like I didn't feel anything negative towards myself or anything positive towards myself out of seeing it. I was like, oh, well, that's funny.
Did you feel validation?
No, because I've seen her do well and I've seen her do bad outside of Kill Tony. What I felt when I saw that was like, damn, that fucking sucks for you. And then on the other hand, I was like, well, if I go up there, I guess the only real thing of validation that I felt was I know that if I get the opportunity to go up on Kill Tony, I'm going to put my best foot forward and I'm not going to bomb.
Let me tell you.
Don't know that.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, he better fucking say that.
Yeah,
You're damn right.
I do know that.
So here's what I say. You know why?
Well, I'm saying I don't agree.
I put a lot of, and you do this too. The good, I think if you're good, you put a lot of fucking pressure on yourself. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people who fucking can't stand me because he fucking talks, he says this, but I tell you fucking what, point to me where I was not accountable for myself. Because there's a lot of people who come watch me waiting for me to fuck up, waiting for, the crowd booed and he was trash. That's where I am able to get on this podcast and I'm able to say, this person's fucking trash. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. And also I know what my voice, the weight of it is.
Yeah.
I know how people look when I walk. Dude, I know how people look when
the things we've said on this podcast have changed people's lives.
Yeah. I know how people look at if I just pop up somewhere or me and Larry come in and we got the camera and it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Can I speak to that in a bit of a positive way?
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't mind, I want to read a DM that you'd sent me not a long time ago, but last year when I first started stand up, and I sent you a reel from my very first show where I got a pretty big laugh.
Yeah.
And I asked for your input, and you gave me very good input. But then at the end of it, I was like, hell yeah, those are solid points, man. Thank you so much. And your reply was, I watched it 3 times, bro. You're already better than half the scene.
Yeah.
So I looked at that, and I was like, oh, I might actually be, because I look at you in a state of reverence, so I'm like, okay, I might actually be able to do this. So that's why I take that back, where I say it does matter.
That's what I was going to say.
It does matter who says, like, if you suck, because if she tells me that I suck, it's like, okay, maybe there is some constructive criticism to pull out of that, but by and large, I'm not going to weigh that.
I mean, she didn't say you suck. She said you're the worst comedian.
Exactly. But if you say that, I'm going to take that to heart. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, my first thing would be like, why do you say that?
Yeah.
And every word that you say, because I take you seriously, I'm going to take that as a mental note, probably physically write it down and make myself better.
You know it's coming, right? You know it's coming, right?
I don't know.
But here's the thing.
In the questions that Rob's going to ask you here pretty soon, you know it's coming.
I'm coming. But here's the thing, though. I never give advice unless I'm asked. I won't say a fucking thing unless you just fucking trash. Yeah. And I was in the presence and I saw it. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking horrible, bro.
I say it.
We put a name on it because pressure busts pipes. This shit is not easy. I don't like it when people watch me or you or anybody who's like, I can do it. You know what I say? Come the fuck on. Please do it.
Yep.
Show me.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do it, man.
Put you right there and that light gets on you and those people in front of you and that fucking microphone. You don't have a backup singer or backup guitarist or nothing. It's just you.
We've talked about before, at this point, it's just something to put in front of your name.
And it is, and I don't like it. Yeah. I've toned down a lot because I don't give a fuck now. Because I used to feel responsible. I used to feel when people, like 2 years ago, I would have saw that, man, I would have had her back on this show.
Yep.
And I would have got on her fucking ass because you know why?
She was representing Albuquerque.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, and too many do that. And they fucking make us look like, that's why Josh hopped on there. They're not from here because he feels it.
Yeah, for real. I agree with that. It. Yeah.
But I got to ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who's the 3 worst?
Oh, they haven't changed since last week.
Last week?
No.
Or 2 weeks
Did we
ago?
ask him last week?
We did, but I want to get him.
The one thing I will change from last week is I prefaced it by saying in no particular order. That's not true. Slot 2 and 3 are interchangeable. Number 1 is Alex Benton.
Okay.
And that's because he's not funny, but also just he's so unprofessional.
We're going by funny, but yes, he's not
and just
funny.
mean to comics, and that really rubs me the wrong way because of my military background.
Right.
So Alex Benton, fucking Nax, and April Thomas. Just not good. Those last two comics are the only two comics in this city that if I see them go on stage, I walk out of the room. I walk out of the room.
He said, "Well, time to leave."
No,
I know.
Let me give you an example. So the weekend that Jim Jeffries came to Dry Heat on the special drop-in, that was supposed to be a secret, but everyone knew because that room was packed out like a motherfucker. Blah blah blah. So me and AJ and his chick, we roll up for the first show where he was supposed to be there, but he wasn't able to make it.
Yeah.
April Thomas goes up, eats a fucking dick, and we're like, "Damn, that was rough." Hopefully this lineup is different for next week or tomorrow night. It was a Friday night when Jim Jeffries rolls up. The following night, Saturday night, Jim Jeffries is in the building. And this is someone that and again, I'm a fucking dork about comedy.
Yeah.
I have been watching Jim Jeffries since I was in middle school. I fucking love that dude's comedy.
Yeah.
So April Thomas goes up there, and a minute into her set, we both realize that she is doing the same exact material. And I see Jake Otero and Steph Darnell walk out of the venue. And me and AJ look at each other like, okay, it's acceptable. And we walk out. I couldn't sit there and realize that this is the comedy being showcased to a fucking stellar comedian in Albuquerque. And secondly, I just didn't want to sit for bad comedy.
How long have we been saying this?
Oh my God, bro.
Because
they always got to put the shittiest people up before.
So you and I had a conversation a while ago about oh my God, Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah.
About how he did the chemo a couple years ago, and when he left, he was like, "I am never coming back to this city until you guys give me talent."
Yeah.
And obviously that made it to Stephen Mario Quesada, because who the fuck did he book for Paul Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Yep.
Change the camera.
No, he was upset. He was fucking pissed.
I'm sure because
He was
fucking
pissed.
shit, he was mad.
He was upset.
Yep.
But I gotta so before we end the show, me and Larry want to talk about something, which is this is people being getting booked, which is great. Now this is what I don't like.
I think we lost internet for a second, but now it's back.
Oh, we're back. I see it. It's green.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, once they get booked, you feel great about yourself. And a lot of people say, "Man, we killed it. Everyone killed it.
Yeah.
We killed it."
Dude, it's even been said after I video. Like, come on, man.
And so what happens is there's a false sense of security, greatness, talent, funny.
It breeds complacency.
Next thing you know, someone who damn well is not ready is headlining somewhere.
Yeah.
What people don't know is for some reason, people call me all the man. I just left this fucking comedy,
bro.
Larry will tell you
all the time.
I don't know what it is. I get called. I get inbox, DM.
I get the messages.
I just went to this fucking show and blah blah blah. And I want to ask you, because you see it, you get it.
Yeah.
How do you come at people, even though I don't want to hear I've only been doing it a year and a half, because
for real,
here's the problem with that. You're doing it. It don't matter.
Yeah.
What do you say to people who are lying to themselves that they're headliners, they're ready to just do everything, and for a fucking fact they're not?
Yeah.
What do you say? Or do you just be like, If it's okay if you don't say anything.
And we don't want to say, "Oh, I've only been doing it."
If
you're a comedy connoisseur like me.
So okay, yeah. So again, starting big and zoning in. So this is a conversation me and AJ have had multiple times. I think words have lost meaning just in general, and I think the term, the word, the title of headliner has lost meaning. And just because you call yourself something does not mean you are something. And whatever that word is.
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah, being self-proclaimed. Yeah, you need receipts. You need, whatever. So, what was your question again? I'm sorry. So, if someone's being a headliner and they shouldn't be, what the fuck do I tell them?
It's not even that. It's
the delusion.
The delusion of.
Well, it's like why lying to yourself is not a good thing. You aren't going to grow from that. You need to be high, especially with something like art. Let's just use the term of art, right? Something that's so intangible, something that you're creating, and something that is, especially with stand-up comedy, it is so hinged on your work ethic and your drive to get better. Now granted, I'm not going to negate the fact that there are people that are just special, where they get up there and they have it, right? They have, that's Josh Fournier, that's even at the top level.
Well, hold on. No, that was a lot of work, bro. Like, because y'all are seeing the polished. People like Larry saw me.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I got on stage, I did 1 hour and 25 minutes like a fucking dumbass. I look at that and I'm like, that shit was horrible. But
you did it out of desperation.
Basically, yes. But it don't matter. But I think what I don't like is people saying that they're at a point where they're not.
Yeah.
Because they just see a finished product.
Yeah.
Or a product that's just further along in the not a finished product, but a product that's further along in the process.
Well, my whole point is stop lying to yourself. Because if you are going, because obviously if you're calling yourself a headliner, for the sake of the argument, right? If you're calling yourself a headliner, that obviously means something to you. So it's like, okay, if being a headliner in theory means something to you, what are you bringing to that title? What are you bringing to, if you're going to slap yourself on a poster and call yourself a headliner, what are you bringing to that? And again, this is the conversation I had multiple times with AJ. Like, if you're a fucking headliner, in my opinion, you should be doing a bare minimum 45 minutes. Absolute minimum. And it needs to be
consistently where they can call you and know you got a 45 in you.
And it needs to be something that is funny from start to the beginning. And also, and I don't know, man, like and I would extrapolate this argument out and apply it to a special. Why the fuck are you, because you can only put out your first special once. Mm-hmm. You can only pop your cherry once. Yeah. If you think you are good enough at 5 years in or whatever to put in even a fucking however long in, and you're just not ready for an hour-long special, and you go out and you do that, why are you lying to yourself?
I think even the hour-long special has been watered down.
Well, because but my whole point though is that if you're lying to yourself, it's bringing in complacency, and you think you're good enough to stay stagnant, and it's just not fucking good. And you can assume things of unprofessionalism. You could assume things of just lack of talent, whatever the fuck it is.
You're gonna blame it on the crowd?
Yeah. No, you need to be able to get up there and headline and be funny from start to finish. Dude.
So I had a conversation with AJ today.
Okay.
I had to reel him in because AJ's been doing it. I was there the first time he did stand-up.
Competition, yeah.
Less than 2 years.
I'm the one who put the fucking key in his back. He didn't even win the competition. I was like, bro,
there's something.
I see it, bro. Like,
he's good.
But AJ's been on us because we're doing the jokes and jams. We're going to Houston, Corpus Christi, and Rockport, right?
Oh, that's what that was about.
Oh, can I answer Josh real quick? Just real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, so the reason we lit you for 3 times and like earlier than your time is because the venue management was getting pissed because the show was going over. That's why.
Sorry. Oh, at the block?
Yeah, that's why. Sorry, bud.
So I love AJ's. I love AJ's ambition, drive, hustler mentality. He's not ready to go on the road with us. He's not. Because, like I told him today, when you want to go into a comedy club, they don't give a fuck who you are. Send me 5 minutes. They'll say, send me 3 or send me 5. Yeah. First of all, you got to have it. And if you have it, it's got to be funny.
I'm so happy that I do.
And then if it's good, you got to replicate that shit because they're going to hold you to that standard.
And they're not going to want to hear the same shit.
Not at all. Trust me. Trust me.
Can you expand on that really quick?
When you send a reel in, don't do the same jokes that are in that reel. You're just showing that you're funny.
You can, but you don't want to. Actually, this is what I do. If I send a 5 minute, I'd stay away from that because I want them to know that is not the only thing I got to lean on.
Okay, that's fair.
So
that makes sense.
I told, because AJ is very ambitious. Man, I've done everything there is to do here.
No, you haven't.
But here's where I kind of teeter on the thing. I am not the voice of nothing. You're getting my opinion. I'll never steer you wrong if I like you. If I don't like you, I'm not telling you shit. But I'm like, no, bro. Be funny first because there's a lot of things that are pulling you in different directions. You're producing, you're hosting, but at the end of the day, if you're a comedian and your material is what you have.
Yeah, I agree.
Now we've had AJ on 3 jokes and jams here. No, we've had him on 2, and then we did the Def Comedy show.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to put our name like that on some unsure shit. Even though you're my boy, you cool, but at the end of the day, it's business. Because if we do that, they're going to like, what the fuck? Because nobody looks at, okay, we'll wait for the last guy to be funny. No. If you're coming, it's got to be good.
Yeah.
And so I told him, I was like, hey, man, work on the material. As a comedian, everything I got, well, not even as a comedian, just anything that I'm doing now is because of comedy. And it was because I was like, I'm never want to feel that fucking embarrassment, bro. I never. And it ain't from y'all. It's from these motherfuckers, my people.
Right, yeah.
Because they won't sugarcoat shit.
Right, yeah.
It's been times I got off the stage and I said, Larry, that was ass, bro.
Yeah.
It's been times Larry's like, you all right, bro? Like,
yeah.
Even though nobody else could see it because they were laughing.
You need that.
It still, and my thing is, don't let the little success put you out in deep waters before you're ready to fucking swim, bro.
Oh, I agree. And I can talk to your point.
And one last thing, and I'll let you say it.
Yeah.
This goes back to what I said about Eunice. What they look for is if you're funny or the man or the woman where you're at. Because if you go to their spot, they're like, oh, you ain't shit where you're from. Why are you going to come here? And
right, yeah.
So that's the thing that I tell anybody who asks me. Now, I ain't going to shit on your dreams because there's no one way of doing this shit.
Fuck no.
But I'm going to tell you, man, we know who's funny and we know who's not. And I'm saying this, if your name does not get brought up when people think of Albuquerque comedy, you got work to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say.
I agree with that.
You got work to do. And there's nothing wrong with saying that.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm ever going to be like, fuck, Josh is fucking funny, bro. How am I going to be able to? Fuck that. I'm finna kill Josh. You got to look at it like that. And I know Josh is, man, we did the don't tell. Zach went up. Josh went up. Oh.
Killed it.
I said, oh, fuck that.
Nice. That's how it
and
should
I
be.
did my thing.
That's
and
how
then,
it should be.
So when you get to that mentality, it travels. Josh is going to fucking North, South Dakota.
Can I say one thing? If you are so nervous before a show that you can't even put sentences together, you shouldn't be going out on the stage. You're not ready. You're not ready.
There's credence to that. I agree with that.
You know what
Me,
I'm saying?
I don't want to talk to nobody.
There's got to be a level of confidence.
Yeah.
I get in attack mode. Man, call my fucking name, bro. That's what I be on.
Yeah.
I be like, let's go.
Rob's not back there pacing.
No.
He's not back there, oh, my God. Rob's going on before me? Holy shit. I'm fucked.
No.
Oh, Rob's going to go before me or after me? Oh, fuck. You know, that kind of shit. It's just like,
and the only
you're not ready then.
The only reason why I'm passionate about it is because people do put my name with Albuquerque comedy. Mm-hmm. And I fucking love it, but I also hate the shit. I hate it. I got to get the calls.
I mean, he's on a statewide fucking radio station, dude.
This motherfucker will hit me. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
I'm not ashamed of that.
So think about the other.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fuck, man. And like, why are we still doing this? When are we going to progress? When are we going to get to the point where I know every show. We know there's a level of professionalism there and then above. And then we know there and below, which I will never fucking work with.
Right, for sure.
But I just feel like if you've been doing it not even long enough, you've been here, you feel a level of pride. You want to feel prideful.
That's what it should be.
Bro.
That's what it should be. Fuck all this tippy-toeing around who's good and laughing at our sarcasm laughs.
Bro,
and
I've been on shows where I looked at the post and I've sent it to Larry. Larry, what does this say? Oh, everybody killed it. Yeah. Larry, look at what I got text from.
Yeah, I'll get videos.
From the crowd. And it's just like, damn, bro.
For the longest time, I had and I'm still trying to come around to it. For the longest time, I really had I had a real issue with calling myself a comedian. I had a real problem with that.
You know, it took me 3 years, bro.
Because because I've always had such a high respect for people that do like at a high level do stand-up comedy. It's like I don't think I've earned the same title as those guys, so we'll wait on that. I'm a fetus. Right now I'm still a fucking fetus in it. You know what I mean? And so right now, but I had a good conversation with a friend of mine that I met out in Austin, and they were telling me, you know, like the sooner you start understanding, and I think there is some credence to this, as soon as you start acknowledging that you are a comedian, and the more that'll give you more self-confidence to keep going after it. So and to your point, we just brought up a bit earlier about being scared about going up after somebody that killed it. That's for obvious reasons.
I'm talking about before the show even starts.
So that's how I was, for understandable reasons, how I was the first show that I did, because I was sandwiched in between Black Mike and Steph Darnell. But after seeing Black Mike kill, or watching him kill rather, in that room, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's awesome. It actually like fired me up.
Gave you a boost.
Yeah, if it was the opposite, then you need to fucking quit.
The original, and that was a month into me doing stand up. But the earlier point I wanted to bring up about like don't let the small successes get you, like don't overextend yourself. Don't get yourself into deep waters. That's the obvious conversation that I had for myself when I got the message to do Casadas. I was like, oh fuck. Like oh fuck. Like I know I have the material, but like, oh fuck. This is the real fucking deal. Like this is a real comedy club. This, not that Dry Heat isn't obviously, but like this is a,
you got a brick wall behind you with a fucking,
this is the thing. Yeah. This is the thing. And shout out to fucking Zach Abeda for taking me on the road down to Ruidoso. What really gave me like put it into your terms of the key in your back, what really like gave me the boost, like, oh fuck yeah, I got Casadas, like I can really do this, is how well I did down there. Yeah. And I've got it on fucking footage. Yeah. I killed for like 8 minutes. I said a joke that the crowd fucking hated and it died. And I'm a host, mind you. Opened for a cold crowd for 8 minutes and did really fucking well. Said something they hated and it died. Figured out how to bring the laughter.
That's a Patrice O'Neal move right there.
Yep. I figured out how to bring the crowd back up, and right when I found like, okay, they're back there, Jake Otero's coming up.
Yeah, if you can do that, if you can bring them down and then bring them back,
that's control,
up,
bro.
You got the control,
it felt
bro.
So
it's
fucking good. It felt
and you don't lose it. You're like, I want y'all to be down because I'm gonna bring you back up.
Because you're trying to get them back.
So Patrice O'Neal, one of the things that he said that I really enjoyed was that he goes, I don't want all of you guys to like me.
I don't want you to laugh.
I want like 75% of you to like me and another 25 to be like, oh, what the fuck did he just say?
So now I got to deal with y'all's ass.
Because in my set that I have, I know that I have things that the left is going to like. I know I have things the right is going to like. I have things everyone's going to like, and it ebbs and flows, and that's what I enjoy about it. So after doing that fucking set in Ruidoso, and I was like, all right, I've got Casadas. This is, I'm not an over. Granted, am I getting an opportunity a little too early? Maybe. That's debatable.
But
don't say that. I know that I can do it.
No.
I know that I can do it.
We're talking about a year and a half, bro.
Don't say that. There's no such thing as getting an opportunity too early. You get an opportunity.
I can understand that if you got a theater.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah. No.
Pull the reins back.
Jake Otero says material and stage presence is what's going to get you to the point you want to be at. I'll just add one more thing. Confidence.
Yeah, confidence is big.
Confidence. Like,
if you're scared, you're going to have a shit set.
When they say your name, that crowd is looking to see how you're going to say the first 5 to 10 seconds.
It's not even the words. It's
not even
the body language.
The body language.
It's the body language. And you get, and I had that. It really got cemented for me. A week ago, I think. Yeah, a week ago at the Block, because the first Block show that I did not go fucking well. But when I did I
was on it.
Yeah, you saw it.
What did I tell you?
Yeah.
You're the first person to say that besides me.
Yep.
I said that show was fucking trash.
Yep.
And I got
a text message.
A lot of people was like,
and video.
And it was people who were on it, and I was like, what the fuck have you been doing, bro? Like,
so there was people on it that haven't done comedy in months.
Yeah, I did.
Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, well, that's a conversation.
And also one that likes to talk
that's a conversation that you should have with AJ. But
he runs his show.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't do that.
But it was last week when I went up at the Block and I just immediately stepped out and I felt my confidence and I really owned that fucking stage and I went out there and because the things that I opened up with were political material. And the crowd was like, But then when I went after that and I kept the confidence up, believed in myself and my material, they came right back with me within seconds. And I just bang, bang,
I'm going to tell you,
bang.
the Block is a great place to work out at.
Yep.
Because they have what's called a joke moat. A joke moat means the crowd is not in front of you. That shit is a big ass space.
Yeah.
And you have to be a bigger personality than what you would be in an enclosed comedy club.
Yeah, outdoor is way different than
100%.
You have to project to the back. And if you know they getting your shit, then everybody else is.
Correct.
And also, it's just spread out. It's outside.
People talking.
There's people going to get drinks and food and like that right there.
It's not a sit down. This is what you're going to watch place. Yeah,
that right there. If you can get those people laughing, you're straight. Not just
get their attention and laughing
consistently.
You can hear it.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
And if you can feel it in that far of a space, you straight.
Yeah.
You straight. There's nothing I don't give a name. I don't give a damn what the name of the club is. You can do it.
Yep.
But you got to get to that point consistently. You got to know, man, I'm about to tear their ass up, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even read the crowd. They're just so stuck in the
They're stuck in their
phones and
one
the
fucking their
material.
shit.
They're going through emotions.
Like,
it's like being a DJ. You got to be able to read the crowd.
You got to be able to feel it. You got to watch it.
You got to watch the people.
My little thing, if you've ever noticed, I'll stand at the back of the room, and I'll just
watch.
I'm looking.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I'm looking,
picking people out,
and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start with this.
I got that person.
I got to.
I'm gonna get in on this
it's
one.
Just you got to do it, bro. You got to be in the moment, but confident enough that I can come off of my material, hit shit that elephants in the room can see, and then come back.
And last per second is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't believe in that shit.
No, it's bullshit.
I had somebody tell me that. Shout out to the first person who ever told me that was Jamar. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about,
what
bro?
are you doing?
And the second person that I ever heard tell me that was Trip Stelnicki when I did Casadas that very first time. We get off the stage, and he was like, bro, you're last per second. I was like,
what?
I know they were laughing. I fucked with Trip is...
He's one of my favorite, if not my favorite
good.
joke writer in the city.
Trip is good.
Trip is the truth.
Yeah.
And I know that's what I'm saying. There's no way to do this. I am not a technical. If I say this at the parameter,
that's why we don't believe in the last per minute, dude. Because there is no fucking.
To me,
there's no formula to this.
Well, a great example is Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
Great example is Patrice O'Neal.
God. Yes.
Hello.
They'll go.
Dave Attell, another one. Yeah.
They will go like Dave Chappelle, right? He will go for minutes just setting up a joke, telling a story, and then the punch at the end is bomb.
But we got to say this. He's earned that right. Everybody can't do that, bro.
No.
But it's his style.
That's him. It is now.
Well, I killed him softly.
He used to do it. He used to do it back in the day.
Yeah.
He used to do it during Killing You Softly, too, but where he was an unknown.
Kill Him Softly. They knew who he was.
Before that, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But, no, bro. I just... How you are with me, be like that with everybody else.
If they ask your opinion, give it truthfully.
Give it, bro.
Not delusion.
Because, like I told AJ, nobody wants to be in the same spot a year from now.
No, why would you?
You don't want to be. Also, don't compare yourself to nobody else.
Nope.
Well, I've said this multiple times, both in private and on my own podcast. I've said it multiple times. It's like if you're going to ask somebody for their opinion, don't get mad at them when they give you the real fucking.
Let me give you a quick
criticism.
analogy of what it's like. Yeah. It's like playing an instrument. Just because you can, like Eddie Van Halen, nobody's going to repeat that sound because of his fingers, because of the way he's placing his fingers. So nobody will ever sound like that. Ever. Like they can reproduce it, but it's not going to sound like that.
Him.
It's him.
It's him.
That's the good analogy to it.
I agree completely. Oh, I agree completely.
One last thing, like being a mic whore.
Oh, dude, I was going to talk about this, bro.
Being a mic whore. Now, okay, as long as you've been doing it, you don't see me everywhere. But when you see me, it's not a disappointing thing, right?
Right. Yes, right, yeah.
I feel like some people who could be great dilute their talent, dilute their jokes by being mic whores.
Can I present this with a question?
Yeah.
Are we talking about people that are new or veteran status?
No, I'm talking about the vets.
Oh, okay.
New, people need reps.
Because you need your. That's where
People
my brain
need
immediately
reps.
went to. Like
People need reps.
You need to keep doing it to get
When
better.
You got a network.
When I say a mic whore, I mean you're doing the same thing every time, a lot of the times. There's no deviation. There's no getting better. It's just I'm on a show because I got booked and I'm on this show.
This is material. I'm going to use it. Doesn't matter who's out in the crowd. If they've seen me a million fucking times, I'm going to say the same goddamn jokes.
Yes. And there's too many of those that fuck up what could be a good comedy show.
And can we quantify how many years is, or qualify rather, how many years is veteran?
Well, again, you got to go, over 5.
Yeah.
Over 5 is veteran?
Yeah.
Actually, I would have said 4, but.
Over 5.
Interesting.
If you ain't got it down by then.
Or at least no.
I don't know that I agree with that.
Who do you consider a veteran?
You, Steph, Black Mike, Zach and Josh are getting up there.
I think
Chirp's been doing it for 7
I think Josh been doing it longer than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh was doing it.
Him and Zach started at the same time.
I thought they were only doing it for like 7 years.
No.
Really?
Yeah, Zach and Josh. I'm fairly certain that if you're still watching.
Well, Buck's been doing it 9.
Yeah.
So then, by definition,
Steph Darnell's been doing it 20.
Right. So I think for me, like veteran is something north of like 8 or 9.
I'm going to say like 10.
8 or 9 years. 10 is definitively veteran.
Well,
because
the only reason why I say 4 is because of mic whores.
Yeah.
Because they're doing so much. Every show, it's not special. It doesn't.
It's like having a job, a full-time job compared to a part-time job.
Yeah,
I've been here 6 months, but I've really only worked 3.
Yeah,
that kind of deal.
And I'm just saying, you got to get to a point where you're selective of where your talent should be seen. Because I think a lot of mic whores do it to make themselves seem funnier with lesser talent. That's what I don't like.
Are we?
I'm saying.
Are we saying just shows or like open mics?
No, I'm not talking about open mics. I'm talking about where you're getting booked on a show.
Okay.
And you know for a fucking fact, come on, bro. What am I doing?
Right.
Like you don't need it. You're doing it to flex because you know I'm gonna be the fun. A lot of people. They don't. If they're not going to be the funniest, they're not going to get on the show.
Well, I think. Well, okay. So yes,
that's what they feel.
I'm sure that exists. I'm sure. I have no doubt that exists. But even like, I don't know, because I guess the only place. I think the argument that you're presenting only hinges on the fact that you are doing the same cookie cutter set every single time. Now, granted, like if you're doing your set, regardless of how long you've been doing it, in my opinion. If you're doing your set over and over and over again, but you're making changes and you're making tweaks, that's not being a mic whore. That's just working on your material.
But remember what I'm saying.
You shouldn't be doing that at a paid fucking deal, bro.
But I got to put this caveat.
That's open mic shit.
I'm putting this caveat on it because I don't want anybody to think, I can't do my material. Oh, fuck yes, you can. But I'm saying at the same places, at the same shows. That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
That's what I left that part out.
Okay, that
because
makes
if
more
I
sense.
just say it like that, you're gonna think of it.
Yeah, I thought you were saying like just doing a ton of shows.
No. I'm talking about. So this is the great thing about Albuquerque. The comedy community, the comedy consumer community is really small. There's people who will come up to you, and if they really like one of your jokes, man, can you say that tonight? And you be like, fuck no, you was there the last time I said it.
Yeah,
like
I'm not a jukebox.
But sometimes you'll do it because you know
it's good.
It's great
because even though if they've been there, there's a greater crowd.
Especially if you've been working on a joke. If you've been working on a joke and the last time you did it, it was fucking like, whoa, bro. I gotta and it's not the same people. I can't.
Yeah.
You really got to look at the crowd and do percentages.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's another thing. You have to pay attention. Like the get there early, see who's there, the fucking all of that shit.
My eyesight fucking sucks. Okay,
Joke
repeater.
That's why people should go to. So she says, Wolf, a joke repeater is a crowd burner at the highest level. But that's why people should go to Mike so they can polish new stuff faster.
Yeah,
and that is true. But the problem is, there's a lot of people who do go to Mike's, perfect attendance, and ain't nothing changed.
Yeah, it's still the same shit. Like
Yeah.
every time, I'll give you an example. The pinata joke that Rob does.
That shit took so long to get right.
When
Oh my
he
God.
fucking first told that joke, it was 10 minutes long, fucking all over the place. Funny parts.
People laughed.
I could see the premise of it and it being extremely funny. Now it's so fucking tight.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's
there's
tight.
no fat on that joke.
There's no fat.
There is no fat. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, because
see,
my whole thing with like the.
But see, we're at a different point of viewing things because
just
of
how
where
long
you're
you've
at.
been doing it.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I don't know. As where people think I don't care and he just does his own thing, I fucking care.
Yeah,
it bothers the fuck out of me.
It used to bother him, like,
man.
Dude, he would get mad,
I would
like
get fucking heated,
ready to
bro.
kill, dude.
I'd be like,
this
what the fuck are you
motherfucker
doing, bro? Like, because I may be one of the only people besides Sarah and a few others. I get both sides, bro. For whatever reason, there's a lot of people who just have my name synonymous with Albuquerque comedy. So they'll go and they'll be like, what the fuck? And I should be able to come back to people who do this and say, man, you fucking up. Because this is what the people who are spending money are saying. You can't get mad at that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's that's like
you saying all Trump supporters are racist.
No, I didn't say that.
That's
not
no,
what he said.
No.
That ain't what I said.
No, it's 11:30 at night. My brain is fucking fried. Just stay on comedy. For Christ's sake, stay on comedy.
I just love to pick the bear.
That's Larry. Larry try to get you, like, but I'm like, no, that ain't what I said.
No.
But no, I love it. I love the boom of the scene. I don't like a lot of shit that goes on. That's why there's a lot of shit I don't do.
What's one thing?
There's a lot of shit that I don't do.
Other than what you've already stated, one thing that really irks you as a vet.
That everybody is so they take. Okay, man, it's a complex question.
It's really complex.
But I'll tell you what, because I understand it, but then I don't. There's a lot of socially awkward comedians. So without the scene of comedy, they have no social life. They mix the business and the professionalism of comedy with their social life, and it fucks it up.
And fucks them up.
It fucks them up, too. I see it, and I'm like, man, separate yourself. Like, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a prime example. One time, the last time I did the old dry heat, I did it with, I don't remember. But anyway,
it was Caleb.
All of them who was on the bill,
Tyler
was out in front, and Tyler's my boy. All of them were out in front of dry heat. Oh man, it was all of them, and they were loud and boisterous and joking, and mind you, there was people lined up at the door.
Yeah.
So they're trying to be funny there. So I parked my car. I get out. I was about to go to the green room. And I hear them, they're trying to joke with me and roast and all this, which I can do with my eyes closed in my sleep.
Yeah, talk about poking the bear.
But I said, why the fuck are you? I ain't gonna lie, I went off. I said, man, y'all being funny out here. Be funny on the fucking stage where you're supposed to be fucking funny.
He was fucking pissed.
What you're paid to fucking do. I say, none of y'all better bomb because I'm going to kill y'all. And then you should have saw the looks on their face.
Yeah,
what was irking you is that
you do that after the show.
They weren't prepping.
Yeah, you don't fucking you don't go out.
You don't do that, but you do that after when you've had a great show.
Prepare your fucking set.
Yeah,
and if I'm going back and I'm getting ready and I see you fucking shaking in your boots, or you get out there and you eat a fucking dick. You know why? Because you spent all of your fucking time trying to be funny
instead of going over
at
your
the fucking street
material.
corner.
Right.
Then that's what bothers me. That's one of the
not
things.
taking it seriously.
Not taking it seriously.
I was going to say it's not really the social aspect. It's the lackadaisical. It's the as long as we check the box of getting on stage, we are now allowed to be social. Or
that's bullshit.
I get that.
Okay, Jake, should riffing and crowd work fill most of the sets?
No.
It depends on the crowd. The crowd will tell you what they want.
Yeah, this is true.
The crowd will tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
And it also depends on where you're at. I'm not going to Casadas riffing and doing crowd work. If I do it, you probably see me do it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll do it, boom, but I get up out of it because you don't have time for that shit.
Right. You need to be tight.
They want to know, are you professional? Bro, you're here.
Because you're doing it. Because that's what like the general comedy enjoyers, I think doesn't really come to mind, obviously, because they're not in it. It's like, yes, you are there to make the crowd have a good time and laugh. That is your primary objective, is make the crowd laugh. Right. Your secondary objective is to show your ability and professionalism and all of
your humbleness
and everything else to the promoters, to the bookers,
thanking the fucking people that came that are waiting for you, not just fucking leave the goddamn venue.
Because
guess what?
Oh, Larry,
you
talk about that.
You don't
fucking
think,
assholes.
Because you don't think that not in the back of my head, in the other half of my brain, it's hey, Casadas, this is it. Be funny. And the other part of my brain is like, hey, this is Casadas. You'll want to come back. Yeah, so fucking do it right.
Well, and then another thing is like, you know, you don't get, like, okay, for me, the way I'm at the roast battles and shit that we do, that's not the same me at Casadas, bro.
Right.
It's not. It's not the same me when I go to Tempe Improv. It's not the same me. Because when you're in a comedy club, you conduct yourself a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm loose as fuck at the roast battles. Yeah. That's just me having fun.
But that's the nature of the show, too.
Yeah, that's the nature of the
show.
That's what I was telling Jake. It depends on the show you're on and where you're at.
Yeah.
The last thing, and this is something that bothers me. I think the detachment from the crowd also continues when the show is over.
Yeah.
This is the first big piece, or second big piece of advice aside of professionals that you've given me.
Well, if you ever go to any, let me tell you something. Yeah. When I went to go see David Tell, when I went to go see Hannibal Buress, all those guys came out and said, thanking people,
That's
shaking
where I learned
hands.
It from, bro. That's where I learned it from. Going to
appreciating,
comedy shows myself.
Not just going up there thinking you're hot shit, taking his shit on stage, and then
leaving.
Yeah,
I've
and then
seen
or you know, it'd be even more courageous if you did bomb, you did stick around, and you did say shake hands and fucking say, hey, you know,
they still paid money.
Take it up the ass.
Still paid money to come see it. Yeah.
That's one thing. Man, that bugs me, and I know a lot of people don't understand why it bugs me, and it's just because I just love this shit, man. Like,
and people are coming out there to spend their hard-earned money to hear you talk.
And also, what they don't understand is this isn't just about being funny. It's if you're a draw. Yeah. If Sarah can book you and be like, I know people are gonna come see this person.
Yeah.
A part of being a draw is getting your name out there and actually having people remember you, not just from up there. Hey, you know what? He came up and was like, the first people that I hit are people that I fuck with in the crowd. Yep. Like Jake will tell you, I did the fucking Don't Tell. There was two dudes. One dude was from Latvia.
Oh, badass.
Bro, I fucked with him.
Was he funny?
No.
No.
I made it funny because and he had his girl there and he was trying to whisper, but he was like, yeah, and I just tore. I was like, you know, we can hear you, motherfucker. Like it was just
Albanian
funny.
Loud voice.
It was him and this other guy.
Yeah.
As soon as I got off stage, I went straight. Hey man, thanks for. I always say this. Thanks for being a good sport. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Man, fuck yeah, that shit was
That's
hilarious.
right, Jake.
Yeah.
And then I go to everyone else, as long as they're there, because some people will wait. Some people a lot of people don't understand. They'll wait to see if you'll come say something to them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, they ain't gonna. Man, fuck that dude.
Right.
Fuck her.
He just wanted to attack me.
Yeah.
And
So
look, if
gotta
you
do
bomb
it,
and
bro.
you get out there, dude, that shows balls.
Yeah.
That shows humbleness. Like you're gonna probably gonna hear, well, you really sucked.
Yeah.
But take it.
Take it. But guess what? They'll give you another shot.
And just like Jake Otero said, yes, Norm Macdonald did do that. If he crushed, he would not go out there. If he bombed, he would go out there and face it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think.
But either way, you should be out there saying hi to people.
But that's a part
networking.
That's a part of getting your name known, bro. Like
every comedian, major comedian I've seen has done that.
the social media is cool, but when you do a show, like you gotta do that. Even if you don't have merch, You don't have to have merch.
Right.
You know what they're gonna do, man? When's your next show?
Yeah.
I've
can I follow you? Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? I did Don't Tell. The dude got my shit and was like, yo, and what was the Indian dude's name? They talking about See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like, you don't be so far into your shit that, I killed it, and you're just leaving, bro. Like,
no, nobody likes that.
No. I think you were
And they want to meet you because you were up on stage.
Look, the shit backfired on me one time. Remember the
yeah,
old bitch?
Yeah.
We did.
But old black women hate Buck.
The brewery, 377.
You told me about this. Yeah.
Bro, the lady,
dude.
You hang black women. I say, no, I didn't. But thank you for coming.
Yeah.
You ain't no Richard Pryor. I saw Richard Pryor. I said, ma'am, if I was Richard Pryor, you wouldn't have seen me tonight. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yep.
Then she got angry, but
she put his hands on him.
She like, you really got to do it.
Somebody
bro.
better come get this bitch.
I said, come get this. I said, who did this old bitch come with? Somebody come get her. And everybody was looking like. But no, that little stuff like that goes a long way with getting your name. They won't forget you.
Yeah,
they
they'll come
will
to your
tell people
shows.
about you. I've had so many people that I forgot that I spoke to.
Yeah.
Man, you came up to me after the show, and then I brought my people, and it just builds, bro. Like, it's bigger than just getting on there telling your jokes.
I mean, David Tell doesn't have one bit of social media.
Yeah.
That guy, every show, he's out there. How you doing? Taking pictures.
Yeah. You got to have that, man.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, man. Shit.
We got to end this.
We got to get up out of here, man.
God damn.
Thanks for coming, Noah. All the time, man.
Thank you, Noah.
This is a lot of fun. I love doing this podcast.
So, we'll be texting tomorrow.
Yeah. Because I'm sure you're going to grab clips off of this.
No, I'm talking about the
Noah will.
No, I'm gonna. So I got to do radio tomorrow, man. I'm only gonna do like an hour, bro, and I'm gonna record the rest because I want to be in the comfort of my home to watch this shit, bro. This is gonna be the best free pay-per-view shit.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
Hey, but I gotta say this, man.
Who do you think won the debate?
No matter. I don't even think it was a debate.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it was a debate.
No.
I gotta say this.
Opinions.
No matter who y'all vote for, I made this post today, and it may be corny or sappy, but fuck y'all. You're talking to someone who was in the Marine Corps, and I used to see this shit all the time. No matter who y'all vote for, all right? At the end of the day, the person that you're arguing with is a fellow fucking American.
Yep.
Stop this shit, y'all.
You see me and Rob all the time argue.
Thank you.
We're still fucking friends, dude.
The problem with this that really bothers me, that people forget that shit. I don't give a fuck where you came from. I don't give a fuck where you're going. At the end of the fucking day, none of this shit works until everybody remembers we're supposed to be all the fucking same.
Talk about it.
Yes.
Don't
shy away from it. Don't shrink up. Don't overpower. Don't get too high. It's me and Larry, man. Y'all don't even the shit that we talk about that don't go on air.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's friendship. That's male friendship.
But you don't have to be someone's friend. Just like today, I made that post. I was like, look, y'all. At the end of the day, we're Americans.
Yeah.
And I'm not the patriotic most at all.
We're all living in this cesspool together.
But I had so many people be like, but I'm not associating with racist people. I said, how do you know? Just because someone votes for Trump, they're not racist. Because someone votes for Harris, it's not because, it's a black woman and I'm just voting.
I want a woman.
Yeah, it's not that, you guys. Learn about the people you have in your life.
And don't
take it so fucking
seriously.
Personal. Yes.
We're talking about 4 fucking years. And you know what? To be honest, they're all back there slapping hands together.
At
so
the end of the day, these people don't know you. You're a number. They never called you until they needed you.
They texted us a lot.
They didn't never text you till they needed you. All right, y'all. We out. We see y'all next Monday.